Everyone's on at 10. I'm impressed.
Hello, people.
Oh, yeah.
Hello. The heavy metal ukulele.
Oh yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, just for Brian. Hold on one sec. Let me switch the way I'm playing that song.
Are you working on Chill Switch Engage song, Derek?
I am doing a Chill Switch Engage. Oh, I have to just be playing Chill Switch Engage, and then as soon as I heard you enter the chat, I was like, oh yeah, Chill Switch.
Excellent.
Mike, did you see that General Mattis came out and criticized Trump publicly today?
I can't hear a word you're saying over the ukulele.
General Mattis came out with a very well-written statement criticizing President Trump today, and I'm hoping my more military friends would read it. But it's like the only thing on Facebook I was confident in sharing.
Well, I don't know. They're rioting outside my place of work right now as I speak. I'm so happy I got the gun. Otherwise, I might have to kill a fool. Anywho. Just randomly water tower.
That is me on top of my roof because the storm that rolled through today blew the fucking top off my chimney. So I had to get back. I had to get on top of my fucking second story roof. And I'll be honest with you, I am not very fond of heights.
All right.
Yeah, that was not good. So whatever happens to Kamal today, you know, like.
It'll be a cakewalk comparatively.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've already been.
Can you guys hear me right now?
Yeah, we can hear you, Mike.
Okay, good.
You were muted for a while there.
No,
Alright.
this headset's kind of fucky. I gotta like plug it in like twice to get it to work.
Is it funky or fucky?
Fucky.
Fucky.
Is it not working? Should I do it again?
No, you're good. If I keep plugging it in, it's bound to work. Alright. Now, recap of last time. You guys went back to pick up some items from Karos. Ran into the Mohawk individual who, in a fit of trying to reclaim his honor, Pedvar almost got the party wiped.
I would have taken him.
I don't know. I made them pretty strong.
Stronger
then you
than the
proceeded.
carpet?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
It's like 2 level 7s. Picking that fight's against 2 level 7s. So I guess not super strong.
Turns to scream in his face. I could have gotten like a 10-key Kamehameha off if you didn't.
No, because the most you can put into it is 3.
You can never surpass your current key points, right?
Yeah.
And I always forget about that part when I'm thinking about it. Oh, I could like sit there for 10 minutes going, ah!
Just, alright, line me up at the king's castle, and I will put this beam through his fucking skull.
We could do that.
Oh, no, I have to at least be level 15 or 20 before I have enough key points for that to be feasible.
Yeah. It'll be at least a couple levels before you can one-shot a king through the castle wall. Alright, you then proceeded over to the rat's nest and got a bit more information about the whereabouts of Carlos. Namely the fact that she was taken at some point in the night after the group that showed up to capture Scarfin didn't find Scarfin, but found a decent replacement in a shit-faced elf. You then proceeded to search for Chen's warehouse and run into a guard dog of sorts who viciously mauled you all. And that brings us to today. Anyone have any questions about clarification or a reminder on things that have happened?
The only thing I want to make sure is with Kamal's extra lifting capacity being such a large fellow, can he actually drag all of our useless corpses out of there?
We'll handle that in a moment.
That's my only question.
I had something off topic to ask about.
Okay.
I've been trying to find that like article slash just like page you sent me on the Vistani like history, and I haven't been able to find it. Could you resend that at some point so I can read it?
Yes, I will actually I think I have it in here somewhere. Da-da. Da-da-da.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got it in your privates?
Oh, I got privates.
Would tell you when your Discord don't have mobile version, so I don't know where private messages pop up on this phone.
Receiver.
In that case, on the left, you should see a picture of his. He's got the game controller, so there should be a game controller looking thing that should have a number 1 like floating next to it for you just received a new message from blank. If not, I don't know.
Okay. Never mind, I'll do it later.
It's on Discord.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
Okay. Other than that, anyone else have any other questions?
Negative.
To housekeeping. Pepar, you have the board Tusker resolve. The
Oh yeah.
bonus to death saves. Okay. And then you also have the black sealed scroll still, correct?
I do still have that, and the next time we're actually at an inn, I do intend on reading it. I've been putting it off, but I feel like eventually Pepar would start to wonder what this thing is that he's been holding, but I just know initially, words do not bother him.
Okay. That will bring us into the session. For the three of you that are, or the three of you, Pepar and Scarfin, we'll get to you in a moment, because Avon has finally gone unconscious and failed 2 death saves. And so this gets a nice little RP moment for him. Avon, it's like walking through the mist, only different. There's a singular black tunnel around you and a little light of glowing ember at the end, and you, almost unbidden, without being able to stop yourself, walk toward it. You make it to the end, and you step out into a unique landscape. Fire floats in the air, the ground underneath your feet is molten rock. And some part of you, that part of you that honestly you don't even fully understand, that genie blood in you, is perfectly content and happy where it was always meant to be. You have finally taken a step into the plane of fire, and it is agony. Your skin burns, every breath you take sears and chars the inside of your lungs as the human half of you is just crushed under the overwhelming wave of heat that is surrounding you from this molten plane. And as it slowly grinds you down toward ash, the light comes back, and you just fade into blackness. And that brings it to Kamal. inside this warehouse with the 3 individuals who are currently unconscious on the floor. You can see the boar tusk around Peppar's neck is starting to pulse quickly as it's trying to bring him back from unconsciousness, and the other 2 are stabilized and they're not going to die.
Alright, so, boys, I'm in charge.
Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
You've got essentially 1 to 2 actions before Peppar is going to wake up from the necklace, bringing him back through the magic of the necklace. The other ones are not going to wake up for a while.
So Peppar's just coming back from the magic of the necklace. What's he gonna have, like, health-wise when he comes back, though?
He's gonna... Basically, I'm treating it as... Because you're still rolling death saves, you just can't fail them. So I'm going to say that Peppar with the necklace is going to, at some point, get the needs to come back. So he's going to come back with 1 health.
Alright, gotcha. Now, when I use Spare the Dying and I steadied all of them, do they also have to roll death saves now, or...
No, they are stabilized.
So they're all stabilized, and Peppar's going to come back in a couple turns and essentially be able to stand upright.
Yep.
Alright. I have 1 health potion, and I have 1 defunct health potion. The game plan here is I am going to use the health potion on Avon, bring him back upright, and then I am going to drag Peppar and Scarfin out of here after we get done investigating the rest of this room. I know it's just a desk left because there was just a carpet and a desk, but I do want to see what's inside the desk. I'm gonna bring back Avon with the health potion, and then with my ability to drag things at one size larger than I am, should essentially, from the math I did, because my strength is 12.
So like 360 pounds or something?
You can drag it 30 times your strength, which would be 360. And then because I can drag it one size larger than medium, it multiplies it by 2. So I can drag 720. I can easily drag Scarfin and Peppar, I believe.
I feel like with that much, you might be able to drag the whole party around in a backpack.
Yeah. I'm just like, the pit's been very rude to us. I just feel I feel like if I start dragging all 3 of your asses out of here, I'm gonna get attacked.
Yeah, probably.
So,
Alright.
let's bring Avon back. Me and him are gonna finish investigating the room, and then I'd like to drag these other 2 sorry asses back to Karos's place because he owes me a favor.
Alright. So you're giving Avon the potion. Go ahead and roll a d4 plus 4.
D4 plus 4. So just roll D4, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright. Nice.
There we go.
As you're pouring it into his mouth, Avon, you surge back to life, and you can actually feel the heat of the fire plane on your skin. There's a soreness in your lungs from the air that is now super cold, and your body's trying to adapt to the sudden change in temperature.
I don't know if I was just in heaven or hell.
Did Avon come?
Thank you.
That's weird. So Avon got 8 health. I still have 8 health, and I did get 4 health because I was the last one to strike down the. I got 4 temp health. Yeah, 4 bonus health. All right. I guess I would like to investigate that desk now that there's no longer a giant, crazy carnivorous lug plant. Avon, watch my back.
Alright, as you approach the desk, I need you to roll. Never mind. No, you approach the desk, and you see as you actually go around the side of it, drawers are hanging out as if somebody had pulled. One of them is actually on the floor, as if somebody had pulled the drawer completely out and dumped its contents. There's a few scattered papers behind the back. Nothing immediately catches your eye. Give me an investigation to investigate further.
Alright. It feels like they fucking emptied this one out before we got here as well, guys.
Get it somewhere. I mean, I don't know anything. I'm unconscious.
Alright. Is Avon helping you?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it.
Yeah.
He's just
Right.
fucking, like, ah.
Oh, my side is so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a desk, right? I'm sure it's a desk.
You were coming to terms with the experience that you just had. Even though, like, your body isn't actually damaged, your mind is still trying to process the fact that you didn't just burn alive. So you're a little distracted, to say the least.
There's
Come
little
on.
anime black lines over like the top and bottom of my eyes.
Like,
Maybe I should revive Scarfin.
papers, and a lot of them are pre-written forms as you're going through. A lot of them are just the same sheet of paper or same type of form that's been pre-filled out. Looks like with a printing press, this new invention that humans have to allow them to do their ungodly amounts of paperwork. And it's shipping forms. They're all blank. You didn't roll high enough to find one with writing on it.
Damn it.
But there seems to be, at one point, this was designed to at least look like, this warehouse is designed to at least look like it was a proper shipping establishment.
There's no, like, company name on top of it at all?
They all say Fortune. There is one single one that was starting to be filled out, and it was signed by ship name. No, it wasn't signed by Patrick. It was shit. Lorenzia, who you remember is Fortune, person who runs Fortune's trading house inside the city.
Yes.
Oh, let's look at the notebook.
Okay, so
What'd you say about nipples?
thinking to myself, because I'm unconscious and don't know any of this. However, thinking about it. Pretty interesting.
Yeah, you do. Avon, roll me a history check. Let's see how well you understand human trade guild business.
Oh, I am just completely distracted.
Cannot understand anything.
I almost felt it hard. Yeah, even if you weren't in this state, the Zeravan don't necessarily deal with the trade guilds of the humans.
Yeah.
At least you got those nat ones out of the way.
Yeah,
And I'm proficient in both of these things.
There you are. I believe you.
Yeah, totally.
Oh.
Okay.
Boy, Jesus.
It would be about this. You go through the desk for a few minutes, and it would be about this time that the necklace actually does succeed in its work of bringing Pepar to consciousness with one help. But the necklace's magic thrums through you and kickstarts that rage that just so eloquently seems to pull you back from the brink of death.
Oh, did I get him? Did I get him?
Yes, you got him.
That'll teach him.
Getting up. I have a mighty rock.
We're exactly where you died.
At a mighty rock? What? Oh god, my head hurts. The last thing I remember is punching a carpet.
Pepar, give me a perception check.
Oh, bro. Not quite, but still nothing.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't that hard. You notice from at the spot where that stalk is still coming out of the floor and attaching to the carpet proper. Kamal, you didn't see this because you were focused on bringing people back and then immediately jumped to the desk.
Yeah, the desk, yeah.
But,
Floor
Pepar,
and is connected to the rug with like this crazy root system, and it's still connected and like doing stuff. Is that what I'm hearing?
no, you severed the plant from the root system, but around where the root system like goes in as a stalk into the floor, and around it you see white chalk-like markings.
I would like to take a closer look at them.
You do so. It's pretty straightforward. You go over. It's intermittent rings of chalk and what looks to be some kind of writing in. Give me a survival check.
Yakasha. The survival?
99.
Oh yeah. Even with disadvantage, I got this.
Yep. The markings that are inside of these, this set of rings is, you don't know what the markings are. You're not arcane, but you do know that this is blood. It was made out. And with a 19 survival check, you think this blood's maybe a day old?
Fresh blood in the chalk drawings. And it can't be more than a day old.
But why male model?
This is recent.
Wait, you say, are the drawings made of blood?
Yeah,
Like,
they have arcane runes drawn in blood inside of. They marked out two circles of chalk, and then in between the two circles, they marked out arcane runes in blood, and that created the central, basically, pot for this plant to grow out of.
So essentially, they emptied the warehouse of all sorts of evidence and then left a trap for us because they knew we were coming to investigate.
Indeed. Like cowards. They bear to face us, so they left some sort of magic.
So I guess the question is that who told them we're looking for them?
Give me an insight check. All of you.
Insight.
We have been just wrecking their shit.
Except
Yeah,
you.
You don't know what.
Fine.
This just works.
The ironic part is Avon out of character, like, actually did pick up on this. But in character, he's like, got no idea. No, but Pepar and Kamal, you both see the wisdom. You did, yesterday morning, walk into Fortune's other warehouse and kill 5 people.
True enough.
Yeah, like we literally have. This is just logic. They know what we're going for. They put a trap. What we're doing.
My question is, where are they bringing everything?
Pepar, give me a history check. Let's see how well you know human. Kamal, you don't. All right.
Yeah.
Pepar, you understand a bit about how taxes work. In that, when merchants sell goods, a bit of that money goes to the city or the king or the baron that they operate under. And so documents such as what Kamal was holding would come in sets or pairs where one would be handed over to the city, one would be kept by the trader or the merchant, and then one would go with the goods to basically allow the city to keep track of. So, if they were using proper means, which these forms would seem to indicate, and they were at least giving the guise of being a proper merchant guild, they would have to provide documentation on where they were shipping things to the city.
Which means that with the woman's name, who we know is right, that I don't know because I was unconscious, but hopefully Kamal will eventually tell me about.
Her name is Lorenzia.
In that case, if we figure out where she is, we could probably find. Indeed, you said it earlier, and now I already forgot. However, when we go there, the documents are probably there. So, I say we go there.
She manages his trade business. She was at the building that we tried to go to before, but we couldn't get into. Yeah. Correct? Gotcha. We gotta go back to the other side of the river anyways, and stop that, and try to stop Carlos from getting hanged, possibly. I don't know why we're stopping Carlos from getting hanged. She
gave me that pouch.
once.
He gave me that pouch.
Yeah, but we also killed her best friend.
He tried to kill us. Not my fault.
And you're now wearing her best friend's pouch as well. You've got dual pouches.
I take the other one?
Yes. I thought so. Yeah.
Yes, you definitely did.
We just
you jumped on the roof to do so.
All I'm saying is, I'm keeping the spare one in a bag separately.
Okay.
I'm just saying we
your first pouch you're keeping the second.
The only reason I at the time I was thinking of this, I want to keep the spare pouch because I know this is a little too meta, but the only reason it's there is because whichever character Pepar likes the most is going to be gifted the pouch at like a moment where it's like,
Right.
we can use it as proof that she's dead, and
pouch just a later gift for whichever character Pepar develops a bond with.
Okay.
All right. So we gotta go find Lorenzia.
I love it.
But first we gotta go. We gotta go back to Karos one last time before we leave the goddamn pit, because we've basically just torched every bridge over here we could use aside from Karos. I feel like.
Look, if everyone's dead, right? We're eventually gonna figure everything out because no one will be around to hide stuff from us anymore.
Nobody can do bad things if I kill them all first.
Look, I don't think that's actually what we should do, but let's go save this.
Okay.
I gotta Karos first.
Yeah, we are dying.
He owes me a favor, and we cannot get back across the river probably without getting attacked.
Right.
We need to get everybody back to some variety of health.
Right, okay. Pyrex, then Carlos, and then we'll investigate Lorenzia.
Alright.
I don't know if Carlos has that long. I think.
Well, we'll see what happens.
But Carlo doesn't have.
Hey, phone, give me a. No, I'm not even gonna make a history check.
Okay.
Give me an insight check.
All right.
Do better than this.
Are you sure?
Go.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my god. I was just crushed. I had like an existential thing just now. It's like, oh, what am I if I'm not a fire person, then what?
I should have revived Scarfin.
That's so right. And I go wrong.
Yeah. It is an interesting look at your duality as I'm gonna say you actually looked into this because you were so hopped up on your genie blood. When an extraplanar creature dies in the material plane, it doesn't actually die. It goes to its home plane. The problem is the half that pulls you to the home plane is okay with the fire plane. The human half of you is not, and this is an interesting duality in the genasi.
Like, okay. All right. Wait.
So now half of Avon wants to be dead, the other half of him wants to be alive. Gotcha.
Yeah, like
it's just like
the actual genie blood in you, like the instinctive nature of the genie blood in you, like what you use to tap into like your fire hands and whatnot.
Yeah.
It holds, if anything, a greater longing for it, but your higher functioning thought that you use to like think and use for actions is just like, that was terrible. But you can't get rid of that little feeling.
Just like I said, I don't know if I went to heaven or hell. Exactly. All right, cool. I just can't handle it right now. Insight 5. What? Some stuff. I don't know. I don't know.
Duality of Genasi, man.
Stuff I can't tell you.
Yeah. All right.
I don't know shit.
Okay. I'm gonna say with your passive perceptions, you do actually like hear the door downstairs open up. Just with a hurry.
Bitch.
Hello? Is everyone okay? We heard screaming. and yelling. Hello?
Empire, check that.
We're gonna attempt to see what's going on. How many people are there?
Dash downstairs real quick and dash back it up.
I just go talk to them.
Yeah, it's fine, I guess. You're more polite. Now you've got 1 health. 1 second. I'll go talk to him. Jesus Christ. We sent we sent Avon down there. He's gonna start licking somebody.
I don't know.
Just like groaning coming from the top of the stairs. Do you go down, Kamal?
Yeah, who goes there?
You see at the doorway, like, honestly kind of trying to hide behind the door to, like, use it as a rudimentary shield. One of the Steve doers, one of the dock workers, just... we heard yelling and screaming, and we thought maybe somebody needed help.
Oh, yeah, we definitely need help.
And you look past the door, and you actually see there's, like, 2 other guys. One of them, Scarfin, would recognize from the piss incident, if he was conscious. But 2 other guys are there, and they're just, yeah, like, you look rough.
Suffered an unfortunate carpet accident.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a monster carpet up there. It really fucked our day up. Are there any healers around here at all?
Fucking carpet. I knew the fuckers that were running this place were creepy as shit. Karos,
Yeah,
we're on our way to see him now.
That's what we're gonna go see.
Yeah, like, he's the one that gives us our, like, healer's kits for when one of our guys gets banged up on the job, and if he gets goods in the city, we run it over to him and generally get a kit or some medicine. He actually makes a pretty good potion that he's pretty generous with. But
yep, that's where we're heading then.
Yeah, we're heading straight there. We'll be able to make it, but thank you, fine folks, for checking in on us. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, fucking Christ. I saw him packing up and moving out, and I thought it was a great day. Fucking Christ.
When they pack up and move out?
Yesterday. Some shit went down across the river, and yeah, fucking, then those fuckers in the black robes showed up and started just packing everything up. They rolled like 4 carts out.
What kind of shit was going down across the river? Any idea? Or just general shit?
Something in the morning. I heard from the other Steve doers. Apparently, a couple people died at one of the warehouses. I don't know.
Yeah.
We don't really talk to the proper side of the river, but we get some word.
Any idea where they might have taken it to?
It was a right proper caravan. They loaded it onto a shipping, but they rolled the carts onto a shipping barge, and it rolled down river.
The other side of the river, at least. Not going to be in the pits.
That could be anyway.
No. They rolled the carts out of the city, down the river. They passed the paperwork off to the dockmaster. It's probably at the trade guild by now.
Alright, so you're saying the carts went out of the city, so the stuff that was here is gone now.
Possibly went to the docks and traveled over or away.
We gotta go see Karos, we gotta go see the dockmaster, trade guild, maybe save Carlos.
We want to save Carlos, but it's becoming less and less possible with all the other things we got to do.
It's just so wildly unimportant now that she doesn't have a sweet pouch. You know what I mean?
And there's only one sweet pouch. Maybe another, but only I hold the key to someone else owning the other.
Alright.
Yes.
Well, if you're looking for the dockmaster, then, he's somewhere at the festival. He took today off. Trade Guild should have someone there, though, if you're looking for whoever was running this place.
Trade guild on this side or the other side of the river?
Yeah, no, they wouldn't be in the pit.
Yep, other side of the road. Figured as much. All right, you guys have been extremely helpful, and for that we thank you.
All right. Fuck. You guys are rough for the wear, but honestly, if fucking monster carpets and shit, glad Ed ain't walking there.
Yeah, I would honestly, if you guys have the option, go with hardwoods from here on out. Just pretend the floor is lava.
Noted. Okay. And they, like, back up and back off. All right. Scarfin, still unconscious.
I'm dragging Scarfin behind me. We're all heading to carry.
You don't even, like, pick him up. You just got him there, like, the boot.
I guess I could throw him over my shoulder at this point, since I don't have to carry a pet bar, so.
Wear me like a backpack.
It made me uncomfortable. I'm dragging him again.
Scarfin needs to stop.
Jeez. He is pretty tiny compared to you. You could just be like holding with one hand like a tote bag.
Yeah, I'm dragging him. I'm dragging him. This is getting weird. Drag him by the scruff of his neck.
As you leave the warehouses and head back into the pit for what could be your last excursion, the few stragglers that are hanging around out here, like, they eye you, and, like, you can see a brief moment flash through their minds of, they're pretty banged up, but they probably killed something really strong to get that banged up. And, like, a little debate going through their heads about whether or not this is something they want to try to do. But they think better of it. And you can get through the pit fairly unmolested.
Hey, do me a favor, just shoot like 2 fire blasts in the air real quick, just so everybody knows how to fuck with us.
Yeah, I'm so glad you asked.
You're gonna burn down. You're gonna burn down the pit. What? They gotta land some. They gotta land somewhere.
Always a chance to use them.
Just so you know, this one's still up.
Right. He hasn't been. He hasn't been rolling that well.
Okay.
I'm going in there with him.
Yeah. 14, 10.
And then with you.
You shoot the fireballs in the air, and honestly, you can see some people like take a step back, and then Pepar like steps up and actually like does a muscle man pose, and suddenly everyone's just gets real uncomfortable being in the area. And yeah, it's probably because they're scared.
As a Peppar's lack of clothes and couches.
Yeah. Just excessive pouches.
I'm glad we're not worried about making. I'm glad we're not worried about making a scene. You wonder why the warehouses get cleared out before we get there. It's because you guys do stuff like this.
Like what? We definitely need to get to the medic.
And you're making a huge scene.
It's got nothing to do with every time we go to a goddamn inn, you get recognized, and then Scarfin? Nothing to do with that?
Yeah, it's not our fault for doing intimidating poses as we enter. It's your fault for being a guy who everyone enters.
Actually, we did make an intimidating pose when we entered that place too. But okay, I'm just pointing that out.
We always do that.
Yeah, I do a lot of door kicking down, and and you guys do a lot of intimidating poses.
I like Fireball. I think that's been made very clear.
I like not being noticed.
You're unconscious.
I know.
So you don't get to make decisions right now. All right. Continue with the fireballs. No.
Just kind of fly up and pop, and give me another insight check. Let's see what we can give you a splurge of inspiration. You have a thought. It's in the back of your mind, and you can't quite place the finger on it. You think you might need one more spark of inspiration, but there is a thought about something relevant here. And then it's gone. You just keep going.
Honestly, you've been given so many chances to direct us in a direction at the beginning of this story, at the beginning of this adventure, and you're just like, here's a one.
What's really funny is, like, there is a certain logical thing that Avon should know, but he just can't break a DC 10 in sight. You make your way across the pit to Karos' little manor house, and you go up as you're going up the stairs. Karos actually steps out, a look of confusion on your face, as if he's not sure why you came back so soon.
All right, but who there? Which doctor?
You looking for me?
Yeah, I'm gonna cash in on my that favor you owe me for just mindlessly allowing you to put a spell on my arm.
And what would you like to do for that?
So everyone's pretty banged up here. We can't really get to an inn to heal, rest, anything like that. Can you do anything for us in terms of possibly giving us the effects of a short rest for the entire party here and giving us some healing benefits for their big guy?
Step into my place. I do you this favor. And he leads you all inside. And he goes through and he goes into that same cabinet before where he pulls out another medical kit. You think maybe be thinking about buying one of these off me, considering how hurt you'll get.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do that before we go as well.
And he comes out and, 2/1 8 I'd help with the tab/roll 1d 8 6 13 plus 3 for your character level. You all regain 16 hits.
Sweet.
As he breaks open and blind eyes, going mostly by touch. He gets real handsy right now, but honestly, most of you are too banged up to care. And he goes through and he actually bandages up and cleans up your wounds.
Scarfin's probably enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
He does pull out some smelling salts to, like, run under Scarfin's nose to surge him awake. Scarfin will get 17 health back for the 1 to regain consciousness, and then 16 from the health.
Sweet. I'm gonna inspire my allies with my waking up.
It just was like, first thing you say when you wake up is just really inspiring. The first thing you wake up and say is just like, and we were gonna do it, guys.
I'm just trolling you for shooting fireballs, but you guys are awesome.
Oh wait, I don't think I can do it again until I take a short rest.
Yeah, you can do that.
Oh, okay.
You can just.
Yeah. You can literally do like every 3 steps if you like it.
But there's no reason because we only had.
Yeah.
Yep. I hope that me waking up inspired everyone to have 4 health points.
Oh, that's so specific and in lore. I just feel so in character.
I'm in a real meta mood right now. I was on the brink of death.
Who am I?
What is a hit point?
I think that's gonna be the title of the episode. What is a hit point?
I'm just blinking at fire. I'm like blinking a fire in my hand and just staring at it like I'm lighting a lighter.
I think this episode is Avon tries to do stuff.
Try it.
Avon, give me one last insight.
Do it. Do it.
Very well.
You can't even do it though. I'm calling you out.
Can we Oh yeah.
Yeah. As you I swear to God, the dice know best. I think we've been here looking into this flame and actually have to take, for the first time in a while, a long, hard look at what you are and what the two halves of you actually mean when they're crammed into the same body. You reminisce a bit, thinking about the path that led you here. And a thought occurs to you. These grand festivals of Istani have a bit of an ending ceremony where the magic users will get together and put on a grand display of illusion similar to what we would know as fireworks. If you wanted to make an example of someone and wanted to use a festival for that example, that would be a pretty good time to execute them during the grand firework display that the Vistani would be putting on.
Nice. Fireworks. Ah. That's
right there, Avon.
That's where they have to have her.
How do you know? How do you know, Avon?
It just makes sense. That's where they would. The Vistani are very. At the end, they have this ritual. You have to believe me.
Friend, I hear the passion in your words, and I believe you. Let us go.
We didn't hear the passion in his words. He's just yelling words.
I do yell words.
Like Captain Kirk just showed up.
If she's still alive, I think we need to rescue her.
Vistani are throwing fireworks.
And they will do this.
Princess here, chill out.
They will do this like as the night falls when the festival actually winds down. It'll be like the grand closing thing to give everyone one last show before they force them out and the Vistani break down their camps.
So we got
So
some
it's
nightfall.
it's about afternoon.
Alright, guys.
I still have time.
We'll give me enough time to get back across the river and stop them from executing Carlos, probably.
Right.
Guys, if we time it right, we do a sweet Robin Hood save where we like somebody shoots the rope with
Don't think we
with a
should.
crossbow.
I don't think we should risk that. I think it's a better idea to break her out before it happens. Less eyes.
Did everybody just agree? Did everybody just disagree with the sweet Robin Hood save?
I like it in movies.
Conceptually, I love it. I love it conceptually.
If
in practice, it's me with the crossbow. Here comes a nat 1, and I execute her myself. I don't.
yeah, you're gonna pull Jon Snow shooting her.
Brilliant idea. However,
it's a great story.
I want to shoot her in the face by accident.
All right, Peppa, do you use this short rest to look at the Black Scroll?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Scarfin, give me a history check.
Okay. Nope.
You know nothing. All right. So Pepar, you open up the scroll and there's a lot of crossed out words. Like as you're actually reading it, you can see where like whoever wrote this was putting in like a 3-syllable $10 word and then they crossed it out to use some layman word so that even those that were borderline illiterate would be able to understand what the scroll does. But it's still very flowery and maneuvering speech. Reading it, you get the general gist of it, that this is a call to action addressed to the city guard. And you're not quite sure what that means. You don't have a whole lot of understanding about how the nobles, being a wild-born monastery monk, how the nobles and the guards and all that interact. You don't have a whole lot of information on that. Scarfin, however, metagaming here, Scarfin would probably have a better idea of what this does.
Hey, dwarf, you know all about the stupid nonsense people do, don't you?
I have a finger on the pulse of society, yes.
Here, take a gander at this, and I quickly throw it with dexterity.
All right, roll dexterity. Scarvin, I would like to point you are very close to a fire, as you were brought in and laid down to be treated as the worst of the group.
Fuck.
With the
Can I try to catch it?
Alright. Scarvin,
Are you saying that they're going to execute her via the show? Like, are they like
Burning the show
to a rocket?
yeah,
Or
like,
just,
as the fireworks are going off and all that, they would, in the meeting,
doing it.
yeah, in the meeting between the Thieves Guild, the gangs of the city, and the Vistani that do business with those two factions, they all gather up in a location that you do not yet know, that, to have a little meeting. And so,
it's not public.
So if Ferdinand wanted to execute Carlos and have all the city's gangs and the Vistani witness him as he put down this interloper, it would probably be during the fireworks show when he would do it.
When everyone's distracted.
Yeah. Well, it's more like the grand spectacle, the fireworks in the background, all the people around.
But also, what I'm kind of getting at is this isn't a public thing. This is
this is between the gangs of the city. It's not in the festival proper.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt everything. I was trying to figure out what was going on in my head.
All right, so I think Pepper was throwing the scroll we've all been waiting to hear about into the fire.
Scarfin.
Throw that scroll straight into the fire. Unless Scarfin can save the day.
Yep. Scarfin, make a dex save.
Oh boy.
13 does it. As the scroll goes completely wide, you, like, hop up onto all fours, lunge forward, and catch it before it lands in the fire. Just like, got it.
Careful, you dumb beast.
Oh,
alright.
Okay, I'll give you that one, Shorty.
Alright, I want to read it out loud to everybody.
Yay!
Okay. Once again, long, flowering words. This is by order of Baron Wilhelm von Spontenheim, through proxy of the Majordomo Fiorenza Vonatica. I hereby bestow the authority of a call to action upon the bearer of this scroll to the guard captain and those under his jurisdiction of Druckelheim, to carry out one task in the Baron's name for the safety and prosperity of the city. What this essentially is you can go to the guards, be taken to the guard captain, and give them a call to action, which is, get me a group of people to do something that I want them to do. And the Baron has sanctioned this action.
You almost burnt this. You almost burnt this.
Oh, you almost burned it by not catching it, but you caught it, so everything's fine.
No, you almost threw it in the fire. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright.
Okay, well, I think we should definitely use this to maybe get the guards to help us save Carlos, or whatever her name is. Carlos, Karos.
Guys, like, are we going to use... That's a waste of time. We save that for when we're going to storm Fortune's
Ooh, that's good too.
scenario, you know?
Wait,
why don't we just do it right?
What do you think? We could just do there when we get there.
We just do it right now.
No, I don't. We could do it right now, but we don't know if there's gonna be anything there.
I think I might need a short rest to recharge my.
So
this is counting as a short rest. So housekeeping on that front.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll the d6s for what recharges on short rests. That's the spell slots and Avan'S stuff.
And also key points as well.
Those all come back on a short rest.
But they just all come back.
What I need to look for.
I gotta roll my d6 for my stone's skin. Bam, got it back.
Rolling some
And
sixes,
then-
boys.
Getting them
And
out of
then
the way.
you need to roll a d6 for a spell slot, right?
Yep.
So what do
You
you get for
burnt
it?
all of your spell slots, so roll
Yep.
2d6s.
2d6s.
Yep.
1 and 2.
Alright, you get 1 spell slot back.
Alright, I'll take that.
And I was just doing it for action surge.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah, because Burning Hands comes back on
Long
long
rest.
yeah.
Can my death
Yeah.
saves go away?
Yes, those all go away when you come back to consciousness.
Okay.
Alright, sexy.
Alright.
Forget about it again. Alright, any other housekeeping items in terms of the short rest for anyone, or can we hit up Karos here about his wares real quick before we leave?
I agree. We should probably buy some.
Yeah, we could definitely buy a healer's kit. I feel like we might use one.
Well, I could have used human determination for some of those rolls, actually. I'm an idiot.
Lurked.
Forgot about that. I forgot about that one.
Sounds like you and Karos. It sounds like you and Avon had something in common then.
Yeah. It's okay. I was feeling generous about it. Because, like I said, that is something that,
It was
as a Zerovan and a Vistani, that's all common knowledge. And that's how you would handle the Carlos situation if it was... Or it's how the people you used to work with would handle the Carlos situation.
Yeah, that's why I asked earlier for that whole page. I was trying to find it so I could like do a whole bunch of research, but I couldn't fucking find it.
Yeah.
I still couldn't find it. I don't know how the hell personal messages work in Discord. I'm like an old man with some shit.
I'll help you find it when we're done.
That's what I mean. Like I wasn't gonna deal with it then.
Alright, so you're going to go ahead and talk to Carlos?
Yeah, we should buy some stuff.
So how much are the med kits costing?
We should see everything he has.
For
also.
you? For
Yeah.
you? Alright. Oh, you want to see everything?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. He goes through and he essentially goes over to a cabinet you haven't seen before, and he opens it up, and there's just line after line after line and line of vials filled with liquids. What be your poison?
Oh, I would like some actual poison to refill my poison.
That's a good call.
He reaches over and he grabs out a couple of vials off of one end, and this is it's a dark green poison. You looking for just pain or other effect?
I want something that will put someone down sooner. I don't want them to stay up longer than they have to.
Alright, he takes the 2 thick green vials and drops it there. And then he goes through, and he eyes you a bit. And then he goes into a small drawer and he pulls out one single, it's like a dropper sized vial of black liquid, and puts it there. Puts it down and he goes, for you, I'll give friend discount. 10 gold.
I'll take it.
I don't know why I'm suddenly using a Russian accent.
Can you tell me about what it does? Because I'll definitely take it.
This be a unique one. It make everyone sleep for a very long time.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll pay him the 10 gold for it.
Yeah. Alright.
Does this guy have other shit? Like, does this guy have, like, health potions and whatnot?
You can clearly see in the vials, like, it's ranged from medicine to poison. Like, you can clearly see what is a defunct healing potion. The color's not quite right for it to be a proper healing potion, and then it goes into healing potions, and then various other types of things. So
I would like to buy at least 3 healing potions. Well, at least how much are healing potions? Sir, how much would a healing potion cost?
even with a discount, it's 20 gold per potion. Default healing potions go for 7 gold potion.
Wow. Okay.
I think we should
But
just buy the
defuncts
healer's
also
kit.
come with defuncts heal less, and you all know that defuncts actually, if you roll a 1, they harm.
All right. So I'm gonna I
Buy a potion.
one.
You want to
One
buy
healing.
one potion?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, regular healing, non-defunct.
Okay.
And I do as well.
All right. So he plucks up 2 vials, placing them both before you,
Right.
and waits for you to bring out the 20 gold.
Here you are.
Here you are. Wait.
Oh, that's good.
Look at you making coin noises.
How much for one of those snazzy med kits we had earlier?
Oh, you want the special one?
Yeah.
25 gold. Or
25 gold?
you can
What?
do me a favor.
Oh. What's the favor this time, Voodoo Man?
You have to take the deal first.
Nah, I'm just gonna pay
What the
25
hell is that
gold.
deal?
We should all chip in for it, I think.
I still don't even know if the first deal was a good deal.
Nobody knows the first deal was a good deal. I have a weird spell now. Nobody knows what it does.
Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, I never roll a good Arcana check. It's like Mike Smith rolling any kind of check. Second.
You can see him in combat. He always rolls like 17s when he's swinging.
Yeah.
No, usually even on like insight and shit, I'm rolling good. Tonight, I'm just fucked.
Hey.
There it is.
That's Milo Pandi, though.
Iron Jesus.
I hate to actually do you. Because that's a really good Arcana check. But even, like, the highest you can get on this is that spike in the back of your mind. Something is off about it. You still have the connection. You still get your spells back. Everything seems to be working the way it normally does. And your patron's been more or less ignoring you, as he's explained why. But there's you can't help but shake a feeling that something's different about the way that spike is in your mind.
Oof. Guys, I feel like this is gonna end up like if I keep going down the road to Witch Doctor here, I'm gonna end up losing the Fiend as my patron. I'm gonna end up with like the weird fucking like Baron, like fucking voodoo spirit as my new patron, and that guy's a real creep.
Don't want him
You
to
know,
become your base.
Blossom,
What if he's trying to heal you from your other? Isn't your demon bad? Why do you not want?
I made it. Listen, I've had a gripe with you since last time. All right, Mr. Avan'S, I found out you murdered your entire tribe. I made a deal. I made a deal with this demon to save my people, and unfortunately, it was time to save my people.
So it was a pretty shitty deal then.
Oh no, that wasn't his fault. I didn't know. I didn't know they were already dead at that point, man. But like he's held up his end of the bargain. Gave me all the power I need.
He probably knew they were dead when he made the deal.
He might have known they were dead, but this guy already knows. Like, this guy is definitely like fucking with me. I don't know if this guy was fucking with me or not. Also, I've got sweet fucking.
That's a good point.
Powers.
Enemy you know better than enemy you don't. All right.
I got sweet flame powers. I'm gonna go with this guy. Throwing poison and like raising necromancers and zombies and shits.
No, I thought that the demon was an evil presence. So when he got expelled the one time, I was a little confused when you were like, "Oh, I don't like that he was expelled." I thought you would want that, but no, now I get it.
No, he's a part of me now.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I got it.
How many charges does this med kit have when I buy it with 25 gold?
It's got 10 charges, and it's a 1d6 plus 5 plus your character level per heal.
I think we should all chip in for it.
I can buy it straight up. I got the gold. I'm not gonna take your offer, Mr. Witch Doctor. You don't tell me enough. If you were a little bit more, that might be a different scenario. But I gotta make the deals with you first before I do this stuff. You know, I hooked you up on the last one. I appreciate the short rest, but you're a shite guy.
So be it. You'll be coming back. They always do.
We probably will be back. You've been incredibly helpful, fortunately.
Yeah, almost like he's not a bad guy. In my line of work, people that treat you well, actually, no, they usually stab you in the back too. So
He is creepy. I'll give him that.
I like the aesthetic though. Look at the bones everywhere.
He's all done in his
Oh.
It's just wicker head fetishes hanging from the ceiling.
So he's the what's it called? Oh shit!
See, it is creepy. I was right.
The movie with the witch in the woods. I can't believe I can't remember its name. Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Housekeeping, just for me and you, Darity. I dropped the healer's kit in my inventory, and then I made, obviously because my carrying capacity is not a big deal. I just made its weight 10, and I just knock it down each time I use it.
Yeah.
I just that is for it.
Yeah, its weight's like fucking. I could literally give you a half a mountain and it would be fine because of that bullshit strength that Goliath have.
Exactly. So the way it's not a big deal. I just use 10 as the charges.
Alright.
I put it in there, so we're good.
So you've been here for about half an hour. You patched up. Karos pours tea for everyone. Make sure you're comfortable for your stay and thanks you for your patronage. And you're released, relatively healed, unto the world.
Can I get one of those healing things from the? I'm at 17 to 27 health. I would like to be at full health. If we could use the healing.
What?
The healer's kit.
Oh.
You can't benefit from a healer's kit because you were just healed by a healer's kit.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
You'd need to wait a period of that time and then get another short rest.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Rolls.
That's fine. I just the OCD in me.
Save her. Everything's gonna be fine.
So we'll get to the ferryman and get back across.
All right.
Right, guys?
It's getting on around noonish, so you can make your way over. Winstrol is still sitting there. You've already made your deal with him, so that he more or less stays and waits for you guys to hop in all aboard your boat. Y'all look rough for the wear. You enjoy your time in the pit?
It was lovely. I can't wait to come back.
That was another pleasant stay.
5 stars.
Ferdinand not giving you trouble, is he?
No, we just ran into a very mean rug.
I'm not even gonna pretend like that makes sense, Scarfan. You do the stupidest shit.
It doesn't make sense to me either.
It was a very rude rug. Orientals.
It had a really nice flower pattern on it. It was a giant rose in the center that was blooming. It was beautiful. Until, that rose came alive. But he rows you across to the other docks, and he lets you off. Warehouse district is pretty much empty. All the ones that came in to basically do the morning housekeeping have since been let off to go to the festival and enjoy the day for the celebration. You make your way into the city. Where to?
So our options are going to go find Carlos. We could also go to the trade guild.
We know where she is.
We don't really know where she is. We know they're going to execute her somewhere somewhere around the festival during the festivals.
Which is all the way in that outside the city wall.
You guys knew this because from your interactions, and Scarfin would know this. The Thieves Festival, for lack of a better term, isn't held at the actual fairgrounds. There's generally a location inside the city, somewhere in the slums, that's chosen at random that operates as neutral ground. The Vistani won't let them hold these meetings inside the actual festival, because if the neutral ground breaks down and a gang war starts, the Vistani aren't having them interrupt the proper festival. So you need to find either a member of the Thieves group or a member of the Thieves that know where it is, or ask a Vistani where it's being held.
Would my criminal contact know? My criminal contact, might he know where a member of the Thieves Guild?
What about that bartender? Catrick? No, the other bartender, the one that was serving that crow shit.
That place was massively poor, straw floor, one room. It's really odd that he would have Nevermore.
Yeah,
oh,
it is.
Definitely. I say we should go back. And Meta saying that Avon might notice or say something about him noticing us spouting our secrets.
Well, that's not important to me. It's just a bartender taking note of people, and that's what they do.
And yet people keep.
Why did he have that? Where did he get that from? The floor was straw.
Yeah.
I say we go to that guy.
Yeah. Even a cast that small at 2 a cup, that was still 12 gold. So, you head to the Gypsy and Pie?
Yeah, I'm gonna fill up my dagger with the poison while on the way there.
Right. You just have to stick it in your teeth.
Yeah, are you filling the sheath with the poison?
Yeah, I'll fill the sheath with the poison.
Okay.
Actually, I want to empty out the old poison and put in the new one.
You empty it out. There's a little latch at the side that pops to basically undo a seal that lets you pour it out, and you're pretty sure that this isn't actually poison. You think it might just be
oil?
Water that's been mixed with oil that has been mixed with. You're actually pretty sure it's shit.
Oh. Yes, I was about to say it was going to be poo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Pepper, you might want to get yourself checked out by a doctor.
Punch.
You can stop by at one of the street fountains to clean it out to get any residue out and fill it back up with proper poison. And now the dagger has essentially for 3 fights. I'll make a note of this just so you don't have to. But how it works is the sheath holds 3 charges. And each time you insert the dagger and draw it, it expends 1 charge to coat the dagger in poison. The poison lasts for 1 minute.
Okay. So I can just repeatedly put it back in and pull it out.
Well, because if you stick it in and pull it out at the start of a fight, for that entire fight, the dagger will do 1d4 extra damage and poison damage.
Okay.
And then the fight ends, you sheath it, it reapplies the poison in the next fight, and it does that for 3 fights.
All right. Did I use my whole vial of poison filling it up, or?
It does use the whole vial, but this is actually an upgrade, as applying poison the normal way, each vial would only give you 2 charges, but the sheath extends it to 3 by basically not allowing waste.
Oh, I like it.
So now you got rid of your poo oil, and now you got a sleepy time potion.
I think.
No, that one is too small. The sleepy time poison is too small to be put into the sheath, because that's a really small vial. You'd have to apply that before you actually use the dagger and then use it.
Damn.
It's basically 1 charge of brow knockout poison.
Did I buy that one or did I buy?
You bought 2 vials of poison, and then he threw in just a 1 charge of the drow knockout poison.
Okay, so I got 3. Okay.
Yeah. But you can make your way through the city. The slums are pretty much deserted at this point, as everyone is now enjoying the festival proper out on the actual fairgrounds. And you meander through, making it through to the Gypsy and Pie, in this like rut of an alleyway, fucking rough wooden door, squat building. You go up to the door, you open it up. There is, I keep forgetting names because I'm tired. Faltro is sitting behind the bar, his bad eyes squinched closed, hobbling back and forth as he like maneuvers stuff around. Hey, do you laugh? Come back again?
Yeah, back again. You got beer?
I got beer.
Beer me.
What y'all doing here? That
Beer
strapping
me.
men like you be at the fair.
I need beer. This guy's got questions.
We would all like a beer, actually, I think.
Alright.
Can I have some of that special drink you have?
Oh, gotta be careful with that stuff.
Oh, I've had enough. I think I can handle it.
I'll stick out stuff. You clean me out. I got to wait for a friend of mine to make a new shipment.
Oh, yeah? Might that be?
You wanna know?
I'm wondering where a small-time guy like you is getting his hands on some Nevermore.
Sure, I like your tone.
What my friend here is trying to say is simply that it's just surprising that in this area you could find such a foreign and unique delicatessen.
Yeah, I got my friends. I've been here a long time. Why, you looking to get some of it for yourself?
I'm just curious.
Honestly, yeah.
I'm just curious if your friend might be involved with a certain guild.
Nah, Vistani don't really join the guilds. At least not that I know of.
He's Vistani that's getting you your alcohol. Okay, I thought it may be a thieves member.
Yeah, no, you would know this. Nevermore is a Vistani specialty.
Yeah, but thieves can get anything.
Not entirely untrue. If you're looking to buy some, my friend will be along soonish. He kind of comes at his own pace.
We could waste our time waiting here if we wanted to. Drink more beer.
It's a tempting offer, but I feel like we should make some effort to help her out. You know.
You killed her best. You smashed her skull in with you smashed her friend's skull in.
Carla.
You smashed your friend's.
They were out for your blood, bro. All I'm saying is, can't blame that on me.
I can't, but I can say that you didn't have to kill her.
They had people positioned on rooftops looking at us. They were ready for some shit to go down.
They didn't.
I seen them.
They openly.
And then they seen me. but I see them harder.
If they wanted to kill us, they wouldn't have bothered talking first, in my experience.
She stabbed him with a poo knife.
Stab me with a poo knife, sir.
I can admit that was not nice. But there's value in information, and we could have taken her alive.
You know where they might be having secret meeting.
With a poo.
The secret meeting.
Meeting of the various tribes that live here in this city.
Where's the Thieves Festival at, guy?
Oh. Oh, they don't tell me. But
I'm sure you've
my
heard.
friend would know. Now they keep that. Well, I mean, you go over to Hopper and the Cast, probably beat it out of that scrap Patrick.
Oh, Patrick, tell us for free.
To beat somebody.
Patrick. Patrick's a good gentleman.
But if you're trying to get in through the thieves, good luck. They got the this ain't just the random gangs that you're mulling with. They got proper thieves members that the Thieves Guild from Valrock comes in for the Harvest Festival.
Any word on the syndicate attending the festival?
They don't have a representative, but the syndicate's got the fingers in every city. They'll have probably one.
Oh,
So you said your friend might be around, or we might find your friend?
He'll be coming to bring me my next supply.
So we could either go see Patrick or wait for him.
I like the idea of beating it out of Pat.
We don't even have to. Patrick.
We have to beat Patrick.
Patrick.
Patrick's a good guy.
He's the only one that we know might have an idea. Apparently,
He'll tell us.
We don't have to hit fella right here.
He'll tell us for free. He owes us. I got him late at the festival.
That's
or
true.
If he owes us, maybe he can tell us without us having to.
Yeah, there you go.
Us.
Oh. Violence is not always the answer.
I agree.
So, just out of curiosity, is your guy coming with the Nevermore before sunset at all? Like well before sunset, or like right at sunset? What kind of time frame we're talking here, big guy?
No. To be honest, I expected him half an hour ago, so
he's dead.
Probably another hour.
He's dead.
Anybody would know that when dealing with the Gregorio, the Vistani are kind of like, I'll get there when I get there. They give you a time frame. You got to set like a 3-hour block before or behind.
He's like a cable guy.
No scarfing, they're not dead. They're just dick.
I think I can drink 2 more beers. They're not. If they're not here in the next hour, we'll head over and go. We'll head over and go ask Patrick where the meeting is. We'll still get there well before sunset.
I can agree with that.
I do too.
All right. So you said you're waiting an hour.
Yeah, we'll have a few more beers.
All right.
This guy still owes us. We gave him mad gold early.
You got the Nevermore for that. Fork over the coppers.
Damn it. Somebody pay this man.
Alright, to drink for 2 hours, it'll be 14 copper.
I don't have any copper to give him. But I would like to give him a gold and try to be friendly with him about it, I also see if he has any food.
Okay, so you want food?
I actually am also going to give him a gold because he's been helpful.
All right. So you both bring out gold pieces and set them down.
Yeah, we take care of our friends. I would like that to be remembered.
You contemplate things. How good of friends are we?
We can be the best friends if you want to be. And I'll put down another gold piece.
So far, so good.
I'll put another gold piece down.
He nabs at
Really?
the third one, and he leans forward, and he like brings you guys in. All right, I got some interesting bits. And he looks left, looks right. There's no one else in the place, so you're not really sure what he's looking for. But he looks at you and he looks at you all and goes, "You hear about the shipments that are coming into the northern part of the slums?"
We're familiar.
They have.
So, supposedly, one of those shipments managed to get out.
Out? What do you mean by
Oh.
out?
Supposedly.
Oh, it's
Well, that's what they said earlier. That's what they said earlier.
Nah, like it got up and walked out of the warehouses.
Again, that kind of lends credence to the fact that we've seen claw marks inside of the barrels and stuff like that.
Indeed.
Yeah.
But now we know one's loose, so we might be able to track it.
Apparently, it was causing a bit of a fuss in the pits.
That might have been
Carlos
us,
usually picks up the strays there, but Carlos has ran into a bit of trouble, as far as I know.
Carlos is the one
How
we're
much
looking at.
do
I hear things.
I
People tell
slide?
me.
Now Peppar's sliding the gold coin forward. What kind of things does one like you hear about this?
See, we treat my friends
About the
very
carload
well.
or the freight?
You know what? Here's 2 gold coins. Maybe you want to tell me about those?
How much you got left?
Don't worry about that.
Alright, so the new players from across the river.
Right?
They show up. They start doing business around Fortune's warehouses. Shipments come in on the city proper side. Then these black cloaks go over the river, take a few crates and boxes, bring them back and ship them out somewhere downriver. They've been doing this for a couple months. No one's quite sure where they're getting the people from, but word is they're taking Ferdinand's people too. He's pissed. Carlos decided to cut a deal with the new players, maybe reclaim our old glory, wants to be queen of the thieves again. But things went south when Ferdinand showed up and took.
Having the Queen of Thieves in our pocket could be quite valuable.
Indeed, especially if we want to take down Ferdinand.
We'll have the thieves and the guards on our side.
Exactly.
It's about this time that the door opens for the first time in about an hour and a half. And that same man that you saw before, the one who has the bad limp in his left leg, comes stuttering in. But this time he's pulling a small little hand-drawn wagon with 3 casks lashed to it. There's a tarp over it, so you can't see what the cargo is. But he comes in hauling it behind him. Well, wasn't expecting you to have company, old chap. Yeah. They're thinking they have something they want to talk to you about. And he holds up the gold coins. Play nice with the kitties. And he, goes over and makes a point of sticking his fingers in his ears.
As you can see, we treat our friends very well. It would be in your best interest to talk to us openly and truly.
I'll take that under advisement. And he goes and rolls the card up. The barkeep pulls one hand out of his ear, grabs it, and hauls it around behind, and gets down behind the bar to where you can't really see what he's doing, but You can hear him moving heavy stuff.
Oh, he's doing Brian's job.
Alright, and
yeah, real meta move after I died.
The man with the limp turns to you and goes, "Alright, well, I'm here, so spit it out. What you want?"
We're looking for the location of the Thieves Festival.
I'm pretty sure that place is invite only.
I may have lost my invite in the mail, but I'm sure I'll be able to get in.
Sure.
Can I?
Do you, in fact, know where it is?
And he tilts his head toward the open door, and you can see that there's another cart. It looks like it would have been attached in a caravan style to the one he just hauled in. And he goes, "You can say that."
Does anyone want to help him bring his wares in?
Yeah, drag his fucking cart in. Slam my beer down and go drag his cart in.
See, we're nice. We're nice fellows.
Well, I didn't need that brought inside, but I like the enthusiasm.
Back outside. Put it back outside. Then.
Pick up the beer and hand it back to him. There.
Perfect persuasion check.
Oh boy. Nah.
You're all kind of chipping in on this, so I'll give you the 22
Ah, sweet.
with advantage. Oh. I'll get you to the place. I'm not supposed to say it out loud. And he looks squarely at the barkeep, who's making a point of keeping the fingers in the ears. He's a bit of a mouth, if you will.
So I've heard. Can we trust him?
Probably not.
He'd only tell the guards.
Well, the guards are in our pocket.
Are they now?
Oh, they're not.
Well, I got enough. I got enough sway with the guards. Let's just say that.
That tells you can have them come with you to save like
Exactly.
a kitten in a tree.
Exactly.
That's not you saying you're immune from shit.
No,
they're
but
not in your pocket.
They're not in my pocket. I'm saying that we have control
well, I didn't
over
say this
them.
Out loud. This is you can.
Yeah, we have control of them to do one thing, and I would say that's in our pocket.
I just wanted to make sure you knew that. As long as you tell him that. Yeah, that's great. Tell me.
My guy. Persuasion. My personality trait is I lie about almost everything, even when there's no reason to.
I'm sorry. Never mind.
Okay.
You got the gun in your pocket, huh?
Yeah, we have a little.
How deep in your pocket?
I'd say deep enough they could feel a large member in there.
Make a deception check. I should make you make 2 deception checks.
You made me laugh. I don't know if I clicked it. Okay.
Alright. Alright, I'll do you one better. I'll get you inside the place. Considering your invitation was lost in the mail, you'll be my +4. But you gotta do something for me.
Of course.
There's a renegade of my people in the city. We're looking to bring him back into the fold, if you will, by force if necessary. But he's got a bit of a relationship with the guards. We need them to be out of the way while we go and get him.
Ooh, that's a tall order, my friend. I have one.
No, it isn't. You want the guards to be distracted while you go and get him?
Well, he's not the easiest one to break down. If it turns into a fight, we need them to not get involved.
You just need them to be preoccupied at the time.
That'll do. That'll do.
I'd say a burning building might actually get them distracted.
We would never do something like that, would we?
Of course not. We have them in our pocket. I didn't say we have to burn a building down.
I'm like not paying attention. I turn around. I was like, you guys want me to burn this building down?
Just like cheered in. Hey! Now we'll be burning down my building, you hear me? Still with his fingers in his ears.
Glad he's not listening. Yeah. We could kill him if you want.
Hey, no. I am serious. I love this guy.
I jest, of course. We just paid him a bunch of money. He's our friend.
Yeah, but he's still gonna sell us out for more money, because then he gets twice as much money.
That is true.
Oh shit, we gotta kill him.
It's going. Look, I'm not gonna say it's not definitely going to happen, but I don't think we should just kill people. That's wrong. How do you want me to give him the Kamehameha?
Do you have like a Vulcan neck pinch to disable him for a very long time?
The guy, follow me. And he starts making his way for the door. Heading back out into the street.
Before we follow him, I'm gonna tell the barkeep, we were never here. You never saw us. If I get any sort of inclination that you were involved in any future altercation, my friend here, the giant, is gonna smash your head together like a watermelon with his bare hands.
And then
I'll
we
eat your fingers out of his ears. You got a weird way of treating your friends there, buddy.
I throw him a gold coin.
That's more like it. That's more like it.
There's plenty more.
Over here.
All right, I don't want to come back here.
That.
I don't want to come back here unless it's just to drink and shoot the shit with my friends. And as you can see, we pay very well for our beer.
I see. No, I'm a sharp as mind like a steel trap.
Thank you for your help, strange person.
Like Ken John from Hangover now.
All right, we should go follow the gentleman.
Hey, what do you jabronis make sure you ask on the way there about the Nevermore?
We just dealt with it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, we're good.
The Vistani guy that.
We're following the guy who has it.
Yeah, we're following it.
Various establishments.
Are we gonna ask him at all about like why he's dropping it off all over the place?
No, he's a drug dealer basically.
He's just a fucking drug dealer.
Yeah, it's the Vistani aren't totally. Avon knows this and he can explain it. The Vistani aren't totally disconnected. They are the roving bands. They don't deal much in the way of civilization outside of the festivals they throw, but they have a few people in each city that they tend to keep happy for their benefit. That guy would probably either be a safe haven for a wayward Vistani, a source of information for when they come into the city, and they supply them with Nevermore, and it allows someone like him, who has a rundown inn, to either sell the drinks or barter them for favors to
and also
basically
gain
elevate their
information on
position.
people and selling that and using that against people. But also right now, so like because it's a festival going on, you have to think it's like Bonnaroo right now is outside the city, so there's a bunch of drug dealers coming in and eating it right now. Like right now, Bonnaroo is happening right outside the city. And at the end, when they do the final thing where they shoot foam everywhere, they're gonna kill Carlo. In the magic tree den, where it's all the lights. Thing you showed me pictures of.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I want to go hang out at the festival instead.
Just the foam, tree lights. That is an option.
Yeah.
No, let's continue on our path.
Okay.
We'll head to the shady, less good but equal amount of drugs festival.
He leads you through the slums that are fairly heavily deserted until you get to. I gotta move you guys up. But you get up into this section of the city, lead you around the craftsman district through the slums, and you start actually seeing footpads and pickpockets. They're not trying to hide what they are or who they are, and they're more or less just sitting on stoops outside buildings, getting sloshed, enjoying their own little party.
Put your wallets in your front pocket.
And eventually, as he's leading you through, occasionally saying hi to individuals, a lot of them recognize him. This seems to be his normal beat. You eventually come to a small little open-air market that's completely empty right now, except you see 3 armored individuals. This is studded leather armor, billy club similar to the one that Kamal has. Rough, rugged individuals, essentially blocking off the roadway, not letting anyone go past without actually stopping through, and each person that comes before you, as you're approaching, actually has to pull out a piece of paper and show it before they will be let pass. Along with them is as you get closer, you realize long ears, black hair that has been bleached, and the top part's white. Not really well or properly dressed. It's a very revealing cut midriff top and a mini skirt. Elf. And hanging off the roof nearby, just more or less chilling, is Mohawk. Mohawk sees all of you guys coming. You guys cut a pretty distinct crowd through this area. He tilts his head in confusion, but doesn't really pay much attention to you as you approach this checkpoint, if you will.
Keep your head down, boy. Or keep your heads down, boys.
Scarpin, give me a perception check.
Okay. Nope.
Yep, your head is down. You're not looking at anything. Try not to draw attention to yourself as you approach.
I didn't mean it literally. I meant just not throwing fireballs at people.
It happened.
You're putting a little too much effort into the nonchalant whistling to pick up on minute details. But you get up to essentially this blockade, and the elf steps forward. That our stuff? Yep, sure is. I don't recall you bring in any guests last year. And she indicates the 4 of you. They're with me. Then Mohawk chimes in. Don't pick this fight, Layla. Let them through. And the elf just kind of snorts, steps to the side, and you, as you're passing through, Scarfin, you're more or less eye level with this as she's standing there with her arms crossed. So as you're actually passing through and you get closer to her, as she lets you through the essentially brute guards, around one of her wrists is a, for lack of a better word, charm bracelet, but all that's hanging off of it is 3 nails. And that's a common calling card of the Syndicate. This is an ambassador, if you will.
Oh, fuck. Definitely don't want to be noticed.
Yeah. But she seems more intent on glaring at the Mohawk guy. Fucking, they cause trouble, I'm bringing it down on your whole fucking clan. And Mohawk's just, okay. Whatever you say, Layla. Whatever you say. And you managed to successfully avoid that fight by following the Vistani in.
Woo!
I'm glad none of us interjected.
I was waiting, just like, okay, come on, fifth priest right there.
I knew somebody wanted to.
Pepper shoot a command, man.
We're just here to watch.
Well, I'm trying to be calmer. Far had a life experience now where he experienced calm, so he's trying not to instantly punch everything he sees as much.
And they finally gave Kamal some beer, so I didn't need to, kill anyone.
All right. But you make your way through the checkpoint into... It's a bit thicker in the crowds of thieves and the footpads and whatnot, but no one really bothers you or steps out. And he leads you on a winding trail to a trio of buildings. Normally they're all separate, but now they have makeshift tents leading from door to door. So essentially it looks like this weird segmented centipede of a building, and then tarps tied to posts that connect one doorway to another doorway, making it so all 3 buildings are interconnected with one entrance. Similar to the very nice establishment that's in Town Square. Kind of a poor man's mockery. And he turns around and goes, alright, this is where we part ways. I don't know what you guys are here for, but I'm not getting caught up in it. And he meanders off toward one of the sides of the trios of buildings to go around the back of it to bring in his wares.
Thank you, sir.
So now you hear from inside chatter and revelry. 2 of them are quite loud and raucous. The third one's quiet. You can see movement through the windows, but they're not throwing a big party in that one.
It's not quite as obvious as I thought it would be when we got here. There's not like a giant stage with Carlo just strapped to it.
You can see where outside they're setting up tables and whatnot. It's a bit further down, but so like for the night where they could have like an outdoor little feast thing, you'd think that's where like all the other ones that were spread out surrounding this area would eventually come in. You don't seem to have shown up when they were actually having the festival proper. This seems to be just a select few, possibly higher ups, coming to enjoy alcohol early.
I see, the early birds.
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, guys, I think we should get comfortable and blend in. Get ready for the show so we can intervene. Yes, we're
Robin Hood
blending
save.
in. I personally like the Robin Hood save.
I like the idea of busting her out early.
Well, you figure out with how she is.
Option by far, but my character's not that smart.
You want to figure out where the hell she is, Scarford?
I have no idea how to find
I wouldn't mind the option to know where she is now.
I don't.
Someone here probably
doesn't mind sneaking around or some shit.
Bet you the Mohawk guy knows.
Don't want to go back there.
Yeah, but what do we do with him? I can only beat him if he's in submission already and alone.
Well, we just gotta find Ferdinand's gang, right? So if we just roll around till we find one of these foot pads that has an F tattoo.
Okay.
And that should lead us back to Ferdinand. Because he's got Carlitos. He's got Carlos, right?
So we systematically isolate them and destroy them and then find which one has the F tattoo.
Okay, so the plan is to find the Ferdinand gang? Or a member of the Ferdinand gang?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay, and how are you going about this?
I
systematically isolate and destroy.
I hope that's not the plan, but I said it.
I was thinking just walk through the festival until we fucking, so somebody can say
If we're dancing and
on them, just because there's not going to hide them. Probably better than Avan'S plan.
Okay. Did you actually, break away from the walls and actually step out into the gathering proper? Give me an insight check, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
It's okay, I got this.
Alright. That's good. Pepper should understand stuff real good before he punches it.
Always understand what I punch. How I learned to understand.
With your fists.
Fist is the greatest pathway to the mind, as it pierces the face.
Oh god. Alright. So, Scarfin, you're just looking at not being noticed because everywhere you've gone, somebody's recognized you.
Yeah.
So you're just like, play it cool. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Kamal and Avon, you guys are pretty focused on finding the F thing. So you're looking at, the shoulders, bare shoulders, necks, the places where you found the tattoos before. You're not really paying much attention to the faces. Pepar, however, you actually do notice the way that people are behaving when they notice your group. They bow their heads. Everyone's doing their point to make sure they stay out of your way. They're moving it. And this is not just, you're an orc, he's a Goliath, that's a fire genasi. Most people have made a point of staying out of your way, but there's a sort of venerance to the way they're treating you as you move through this group. They bow their heads, they don't try to make eye contact. It's not fear in their face, it's respect. Yeah.
Guys, I don't think this is my ego, but I think everyone here is... I mean, I know we're a very good-looking bunch, but it's weird. I'm not quite used to this.
I think you might cut out.
Yeah, I didn't catch all of it.
Oh no.
What do you think?
Everyone here is staring at us in a state of awe, and it's unusual and it's making me uncomfortable.
I don't
At all of us?
Yep.
It's hard to tell who they're looking at specifically, but they...
now that it's actually been drawn to your attentions, you do notice, Kamal, if you actually look at someone, you try to lock eyes with someone, and they notice you doing it, they'll, immediately bow their head and shuffle back, and then, glance up, glance down, glance up, glance down. But they're not scared of you. There's no fear in their face. That they're showing a degree of deference that is unusual. Everyone's trying to be humble in your presence in this area.
They might know you killed some people.
Maybe they think we're a rival gang.
I don't know what they think, but for some reason, Kamal is highly admired amongst the peers here.
Which is
It's
strange.
all of you. Like, any of you try to, like, lock eyes with people, they all take the same kind of behavior approach of just showing deference, being humble, staying out of your way. Make insights. Another insight, everyone. Let's see if we can put two and two together.
Probably not.
Or actually,
No. He doesn't get people. He doesn't get people. It's okay.
I'm just licking rocks.
Ironically, Petbar got the highest, but the DC was higher for you. Scarfin, it's easier for you to put two and two together on this. The member of the syndicate was an elf, and this is a predominantly human city.
Oh, so they think we are somebody special because we're not humans.
Yeah, like they think we're like the mafia.
I like it.
Literally, none of us are a normal thing.
I'm normal. Fuck you.
But yeah, you made it in here. Nobody started a fight. There was no word of violence or trouble or anything like that. Natural conclusion would be you're not human, so therefore you're probably not a member of any of the gangs of this city.
Yeah,
You're allowed to be here, and there's only so many people that are allowed to be here.
I love it.
That's how mafia works. All right, cool.
Well,
All right, let's keep up the part then, guys. Just look real mean.
Yeah,
look, like you could take their job away at any minute.
Look like we know where we're at.
Act like we know that the wrong person recognizing Scarfin isn't going to lead to the fucking brawl of the century.
Try to just be very aggressive and flex.
No, I don't want any extra attention.
Yeah, sometimes when I would appear out of the mist, if I just stood normally, people wouldn't know they were in danger yet. You just act normal. They'll just accept you. And you light their house on fire.
I say.
So we're going with plan A?
I say we should probably. I think who looks like the leader among us?
Probably the big guy.
He could just be the muscle.
Yeah, I feel like I'm the muscle. Pepper does a lot of the excuse me's.
Yeah, he's the
probably leading ambassador for our fake group here.
Yeah, but I know it would buy me as an ambassador, but I could be your assistant, maybe.
I could try.
I think
believe
I think Avon would come off as a leader, as a Vistani in the area.
All right, let's roll with that.
Okay.
So Avon should take the lead, I think.
Okay.
All right, Avon special.
I know, and his rolls have been so good for it too.
Avon is comfortable with.
So, AV's playing leader, Kamal and Petbar are attempting to carry yourselves as though you are the hired muscle, and then Scarfin's following around as the assistant.
Exactly, I think.
Okay, give me performance checks.
Oh shit.
Can I go with intimidation?
You can go with Kamal and Petbar can go with intimidation if they would like, because that's what you're trying to do.
I'm the hired muscle. I'm dyslexic.
Yeah, just
not horrible. I'm really scared of my rolls today. Every time I go to click, I'm real scared of it.
It's all right. The muscle's not looking too scary right now.
It's all right.
Avon, you haven't been doing the best today. You had an existential crisis and everything just went downhill from there, but you master yourself, you steady yourself, and you, if nothing else, you know these are people that you are used to dealing with, and you know exactly how to carry yourself and how to speak to get these people to listen to what you have to say, should you ever actually decide to talk to any of them. Scarfin, you look the part of the stooping dwarf walking around. You pull out a little bit of Quinn and a notepad and just kind of like walk around and look like you're getting ready to take a note that's super important. Pepar and Kamal, ironically speaking, in the attempt to try to look more intimidating, you both overdo it. And so now you're just waddling around trying to hold a flex pose. And it's if you ever stop moving, you think you might be kind of scary, but right now it's just kind of funny to watch them try to like move while still being constantly flexed.
Half of it, right? That works for me.
Work in progress.
So, what would you gentlemen like to do with your newfound group set?
So we kind of know where they might be setting up, but we still want to find her ahead of time.
We could at least see if it's convenient. Like, we could scope it out. We might as well while we're waiting anyway.
Might as well, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do we find her besides the F tattoos? That won't even ensure anything. They could just be hanging out here.
We could go from group of people hanging out to group of people hanging out, and maybe just be like, try to befriend everyone, and then once they're like hanging out talking to us, we could be like, oh, I hear they're gonna teach someone a lesson tonight. And just see what people say about it.
We could do that.
We could really blow our cover doing that, though.
Sure. And then we punch everyone in the face and go with plan A.
I say we go to a bar. People are more inclined to talk there. I'm sure there's a bar around here somewhere.
Do we need to talk, or do we need to?
We might get an idea of where to go.
What do you want to do? Just like march into the back and start killing everyone?
Of course. What else is there to do?
I mean, fair point. I'm not here to argue that. I'm also here to argue that.
That's always what I've done back in the day.
I just think that sometimes they were peaceful.
Steer out the mist, kill everyone, take everything, and go home. What else do you expect?
Didn't you kill your people for doing the exact same thing?
No, I killed them for lying.
Okay.
But yeah, sure, we'll go with that.
Gotta draw a line somewhere. But I say we start schmoozing with people and see if we can figure it out. And if we get caught, then we fight.
All right. Well, I don't see any other option.
Okay. So you're essentially just going to go and eyeball for a group of people that you could possibly talk to outside of these 3 buildings?
I suppose.
So I don't think we should just start jumping in the buildings yet, trying to do things. But we might be able to talk to people who are traveling around outside, and then if they freak out and start saying stuff, we can just run away.
All right.
No, we don't even have to run away. We could just.
Not really. We can't really just do that. We're in the middle of a festival.
Yeah.
I think
we could disappear into the festival.
People running around, kind of. I almost want to just like start investigating buildings to find this bitch.
Want to go maybe like a stealthful, just find our way in route?
I don't know. Look in windows and shit.
Yeah, don't want to make
the Avan'S special. It's your call,
but don't want to make it too obvious.
Just throwing this whole district. You're gonna look suspicious though for doing that.
Yeah. No matter what, we're outsiders. And people.
We still gotta look our image.
Or do we just walk in like we're supposed to be there and just start looking at stuff, and if people ask us, we just make shit up?
I suppose we could probably maybe talk to somebody, and I could come up with something.
Or fake it till you make it?
It seems to be my specialty.
Well, they say if you just walk in somewhere and act like you're supposed to be there, people oftentimes will just not look the other way, so we could go for that. Start checking.
That's what I said.
Exactly. They taught us
Confidence.
that. They taught us that.
Confidence.
They taught us that every year when I was in the Marines, to watch out for that.
How can you watch out? Hang on. How can you watch out for someone acting normally? That's this is gonna sidetrack us so much. This is gonna sidetrack.
It's just like people that aren't
Talk
normal.
about it at work.
People that aren't normal.
Yeah, this is gonna sidetrack.
People that aren't normally there. That's all I'll say. That's all I gotta say about it.
Wait.
Yeah, I will say about like everyone's staying out of your way, but everyone is very aware of you. Like you distinct figures, and while they bow their heads and give deference, once you enter their eye line, they are always essentially trying to keep you in eyesight.
So they're paying attention to us, looking at us over their shoulder.
Yeah.
Kamal, Kamal, how's that beer tank? You need to fill it?
I mean, it's got beer in it.
Maybe we should do what Scarpin says and find some establishment area. Get a little friendly so people stop fucking staring at us. I look at somebody, just some random person.
And do you raise your voice when you do this?
Sure.
Alright. Give me intimidation at advantage.
I'm gonna play frightened.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. As you go, it's stop fucking staring at us. Suddenly, everyone finds something else to look at. It's kind of amazing. You've never seen so many people turn around all at the same time. But suddenly, like, one guy's literally like 3 inches from a wall, and he turns and slams and face plants into the wall. and he just stops moving.
I just turned back to everybody. Nice. I think this is gonna work.
Well said.
All right. Let's head off to like we gotta find like one of those beer tents that they have hanging out. And
well, you do have the 3 buildings that are interconnected. 2 of them do have the sounds of revelry coming from inside. Most people around you have some form of drink in their hand. You don't see anyone selling out of a beer tent, per se.
Okay. I want to find somebody that's particularly intoxicated.
I just want to point out that there's one building where no sounds of partying are coming out of, so just keeping that in mind.
I mean, you could always slip away. We don't need a fight right now.
I'm just saying, there's one building. No one's partying in there.
I mean, that sounds like a very suspicious building.
Just keep it in mind.
It's in my mind now.
Indeed.
Alright, so you're looking for an intoxicated person.
Sure, let's keep going with that.
Unless you guys want to go to the building, I think this is
Well, there might be some drinks in there. To be honest, we should check that out.
Why don't you guys ask an intoxicated person first? Just double check the. This is everybody. I mean, you can ask them what's going on in that building. That's real quiet, you know.
That's a bad idea.
Indeed.
You do see a person who's a little unsteady on their feet. He had enough wherewithal with him that when Avon had his outburst, he also whipped around and is now staring like down an alley. But he's swaying pretty heavily. He's got a tankard in his hand. Let me approach him.
Let me handle this. I'll approach him first. I'm gonna approach him first and be like, "Excuse me, good sir.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Mr. Avon, the whatever race he is seeking the pleasure of your company, and I would like you to comply."
I swear.
No, it's okay. He's just trying to make new friends in the city, and we see your potential. That's right. It's an honor. Look at the group we got with us.
Okay. Yeah. He seems really enthusiastic he was scared to be approached, but at the idea of making friends, and clearly this guy must be very important. He's got an assistant and 2 guards. He's enamored to actually be given this time of day. When he kind of faltering steps tries to approach the group, trying to steady himself and look far less drunk than he actually is.
You're doing great. You're doing great. Give him plus health points.
Good afternoon, sirs. Do I call you sirs?
You don't need.
Okay.
Gabe. What is your name?
John. John. My name's John.
Oh, look. You seem like a more down to earth type of patron here at this festival. Have you had a drink or two? So far since you've been here?
I've had a few, just enjoying the vets, but I always keep my wits sharp. My wits are sharp. Yep.
As they should be, young lad.
Nothing ever slips by me, I swear.
Do you know where we might? That's fine. Do you know where we might find a drink ourselves? Would it be? Is there one in that building? And I point to the one that doesn't make any noise. Revelry.
Oh, no, that's where they're having the meeting, sir.
That one right there.
Yeah, it's Ferdinand and the other gang. Ferdinand's raising such a stink. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah.
I have myself. No, I wouldn't want to disturb them. What about that one over there? And I point to some other one making revelry next to it.
Yeah, it's only the lieutenants are allowed in there right now. Higher ups in the gangs are there to make friends and fucking what the hell did that elf lady say? Interconnect the gangs.
Aha. Well, I'm sure they wouldn't mind us in there to grab a drink, do you, fellas?
Sir, more than happy. Any member of the syndicate's welcome in just about every place in the city.
Well, you've been a fine lad, and if you keep going, you might get somewhere. Just then I wink at him.
Just give me a general charisma check.
Absolutely, which I'm very bad at, so let's see what happens. Do it. Wait.
Matt fliggity flaggity snippity
Ouch.
Wait, I can use my human determination to make that a 13.
Do you really want to use it on a drunk guy?
I don't know.
It might be wise.
Probably not.
I could just slip him. I could slip him 5 gold coins and say, Mr. Avon has
I feel
expressed.
like I might have to actually, just so nothing goes wrong. I might have to use my human determination.
We'll say, Scarfin, you can't give him advantage because you didn't do it when he was setting it up.
All right, just so nothing bad happens, I'm doing human determination.
Okay. As you go to wind this up, and you're dealing with this drunk guy, you think he might actually be about to puke on you? As he's suddenly so enraptured by the idea of this syndicate, the legendary guild among guilds, among the thieves, giving him such a high point in praise, and the smell of the alcohol on top of the look as he struggles to hold in the bile, you almost punch him in the face, but you catch yourself, step back and step out of the way to stop as he goes, "Yes, sir." And literally just pukes all over the spot you were just standing. He's just, oh God, I didn't get anything on you, did I, sir? Oh, I'm so sorry, so sorry.
Thankfully not. I will let you get back to your revelry.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And he,
I want to.
Let us get ourselves a beer to enjoy as much as he has.
I want to. I want to slip the guy
okay,
a gold.
let's totally head towards the building that's not the one that has you.
I want to give the guy a gold coin before he leaves.
Stop giving away all your gold coins.
I'm making friends.
Let's go.
I make friends where I go. I'm trying to make friends.
Like, do you slip it to him or do you hand it to him?
I'm gonna hand it to him and say, Avon, Avon's gang always treats his friends well.
Oh, and he takes the coin and he goes, "Oh, all right. Listen. You ever in Jerry? You ever fucking God words? Jeremy's turf. Fucking over on the west side of town, the docks, over by the crèche. You know that weird building with no windows?
Of course.
Yeah. You ever in that area? Look for John. Look for John. And I'll hook you up.
Are you John?
Okay. I am John.
Yes.
Okay.
Am I John? I'm John.
Okay.
If you had to go with a windowless building on the west side of town, you do know one building like that.
Work?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, guys, it pays to make friends.
What'd you say?
I'm just saying that it pays to make friends. After he leaves.
So, which building are you at?
I guess
we're not supposed to go to.
I guess the silent or one we could peep in, maybe see something going on.
The door of this building is sequestered off behind the makeshift tent fence that is used to connect it to the other two buildings. There are windows on the ground floor you can look into, and you can see movement on the inside. And you would imagine if you went around back, there would be a back. This is the building that the Vistani you followed here went around back with his wares.
All right, we don't have to actually fight anybody then. He might be able to talk everyone down because we haven't made any trouble yet. We're just his guest.
But we don't know what's inside the building yet.
No, but we know that he went there.
Yeah, our bro the drug dealer.
Yeah, the drug dealer knows. All right, and we're his guests, so I'm saying enter calmly and rationally. Look at.
Yes, we're not gonna make the fireballs. It's fine.
Okay. Just making sure.
I was like 15 seconds from kicking the door down, but all right, fine.
Okay.
No,
we're not doing that.
Okay. So you're going into the building?
We should.
Are we just walking right in the front door, or are we sneaking into the back, guys?
No, we should
Let's
go.
sneak into the
We
back
should
door.
go in the way our friend went into.
Yeah. All right. You go around the building. You do notice that most of the revelers that are outside are making a point of not being around the sides or the back of this building, just giving it its space. But you make your way along the side toward the back, and in the back there's one guard. He's like the ones that were at the checkpoint originally, full studded leather armor with a billy club, standing in front of a back door. Oi! What are you lot doing back here? Afternoon, sirs.
Afternoon.
What's your affiliation?
We're here to sit in
Oh,
with the syndicate.
oh. Give me a deception check with advantage.
What's at them?
I have -2 on my deception.
That's why I should probably.
This is a bad thing for me to be in charge with this.
No, I'm saying you could act as the
That's a good
leader.
episode.
Yeah, you can act as the leader, and I can just talk to people, and you aren't worthy of their time until I speak to them first.
Well, we'll deal with that after we might have to punch this guard in the face.
Okay.
Avon tries to do stuff.
You could see there's a moment of pause in him, like, part of him believes you, and part of him doesn't. The representative for the syndicates, sirs, he's already inside. Only the leaders are supposed to go in. Sorry, I can't let you in.
Mr. Avon, I'm gonna step in front, is a up-and-coming leader that is looking to make his mark in the city, and we were guests of the man bringing the alcohol to the party. Please don't make him angry. His hair turns on fire when he gets angry, and it makes everybody very scared.
Yeah, that doesn't really change anything. Wait, so he's not a representative of the syndicate?
He's a representative of his.
We represent Avon.
Yeah, he is the leader himself.
Oh, shit. Is a new branch of the syndicate moving into the city?
You don't need to ask so many questions, son.
Look at us. We're a special ops division of the syndicate.
I am so close to asking Kamal to just bash his head in, or like close his mouth somehow with a fist.
He's about to bash your head in because he does not like being delayed.
Oh, okay,
just to make him not scream for whatever we do.
You're gonna need to be patient. I'll pop in and ask Ronald if Avon
All right.
Can come in to sit in on the meeting.
When he turns around to go inside, I'm gonna have to slit his throat.
I feel like we all want to kill him as soon as he turns around. I'm trying to look through the door and see if there was a staircase. That as you walk past, fly up the staircase.
It is a 2-story building, but he does turn around and goes. He turns around and opens the door. Give me a perception check.
Nope.
Tries to do stuff, but can't do anything.
This is your episode, bro.
Yeah.
Not working.
Tries to do stuff. Law doesn't see things either.
No. Garvin, Avon, and Kamal. Avon is questioning, why the hell am I in charge of this? What part of anything I have done made them think I was good at talking to people?
I understand that. I didn't ready to talk to me first.
Yeah, Kamal, you're just bored. And Scarfin's just like, this might go terribly wrong. Pepar, you do get a look inside of the door. You see what looks to be a kitchen area, and as he opens the door, and sticks his head in, you see that there's a child just inside on the kitchen who perks up and looks at the door as it opens. And the big guy, oi, go ask Renaud if we are bringing in a Mr. Avon as a guest. Sit in on the meeting. And the boy, nods his head, and if you want to do something, this is your moment.
Murder.
Maybe not.
They're within the doorway right now.
Yeah, they opened the door, and they looked at the boy. The kitchen, other than the boy, seems to be empty. But
Right, we gotta fucking snap on both these guys.
No,
and take them out.
we don't
Captain Price style.
We don't have to do anything yet. The worst thing that can happen is they
have to do that.
The worst thing that can happen. The
Let's go in it.
The worst thing that can happen is
There's
they say.
nobody here. Nobody's gonna hear them.
The worst thing. The worst thing that can happen is say no, and then we could sneak in and have the advantage.
What?
The worst thing that can happen is he comes back. Ramal says
Is
no.
there a window on the second story that I can possibly reach with my awesomeness?
With an athletics check, yeah.
I'm just saying, the worst thing that could happen is that the kid
Wait,
comes back.
Peppar, does that mean that that we shouldn't kill these guys if you could reach that?
Doesn't matter.
I'd say hold off on this.
Okay,
God damn.
so Peppar's going up the wall. What is everyone else doing?
I'm waiting.
Fucking keep standing here.
We're just gonna leave him go, I guess.
Yeah, while he's turned around.
I'm gonna listen to Scarf and we're just gonna leave him go and not kill him.
Okay. Well, he tells the boy. The boy gets up and scurries off into the room. As the guard closes, as the guard is closing the door. Oi, what the fuck? As Peppar parkours up the wall to the second story window, right next to this dude.
Alright, now I'm grabbing the guard and killing him.
Okay. Couple of things happen at once. We'll start with Avon. You're going for the guard?
How do I do this silently?
How do you answer that?
Just stick him with your fucking longsword, man.
Yep.
I could poison him. Slit his throat.
Fucking do it then, damn it.
Alright, fine. If we're going violent, then I'll slit his throat with a dagger.
I'm going violent right now.
Okay, well, just let him fucking slash him.
19 definitely hits. I will say you guys have the surprise round, so how this is going to work is you're each going to take an action, and then we will roll initiative. And then, Peppar, on each of your turns, I will handle with how that handles for you. Because your first turn is essentially going to be spent sprinting up the wall.
I would argue that... well, no, actually, since he's busting through the window, we can't just pull the body away and say that he left to go take a leak now.
I'd almost say I have to break the window.
Should have got it. Oh, we couldn't have.
We could just pull the body away and not start a fight yet. It's just a kid that's going to come back.
Let's just cut a swath of this fucking building and bury everyone.
It is. We can kill the guy and drag his body away.
If this guy dies, then we're cool until the little boy comes, and then we kill him, then we're cool again.
No, we can intimidate the kid to let us walk through.
Yeah, I have rope. I agree. So.
Okay.
So we're not murdering a child, gotcha.
Okay. So that's 19 definitely hits. That's 13 damage to the guy. Okay. Anyone else who's making an attack on this dude?
Garfin.
If I can finish him off, I'll stab him.
Sneak attack.
I'll slash his throat so he can't scream.
Your sneak attack is guaranteed. You gotta do it.
I'll slash him
This guy's gotta be taken out.
Or Kamal could just crush his head.
Okay.
It's gonna make a much bigger mess.
The sword goes in, the hammer comes down. It's a pretty savage bludgeoning, but like the guy's still holding his feet. He's not down yet.
God.
The armor seems to have eaten a lot of the attacks.
Scarfin can't shout out. We can't have him shout out, Scarfin. You gotta.
I'm doing it. I clicked like 4 times. It hasn't showed up yet.
Oh. Maybe you have an issue.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. That definitely hits. Take 4 piercing and then 4 poison damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Roll a d4 for poison damage. Okay.
I want to try to slash his throat. Oh, fuck. Of course the next one was a natural 20.
Of course, the next one was... Okay. That wasn't enough to kill him. He's on his last legs, like, as he, like, turns around, looks up at Pepper running up there. Hey, what up? And he, like, locks eyes with all of you, just blatant confusion of what the fuck is going on. He will roll initiative at disadvantage, but there will be initiative, because you didn't kill him in the surprise.
How long will it take for the poison to kill him?
Poison isn't a continuous effect. That is much more expensive. What the dagger does is every attack will do 1d4 extra poison.
Oh, that's right. I should have put the fucking sleep poison on him. Well, now.
Damn it, dude. Totally. God damn it.
I forgot that it wasn't
that
in my.
That would fucking ended all of our problems.
I forgot it wasn't in my.
We should murder the kid.
I would have been fine with
Okay.
that.
Pepar, you go first. What happens as you vault up to the second story of this building to the one window right next to the door? And you get up there and you look inside of it. You see a figure in a chair. Long, what looks to be silken coat, a little tricorned hat that has been ruffled and stomped out on the ground, pointed ears.
Yup.
That's Carlos.
Oh, you know it, bro. Is the window openable from where I'm standing?
No, it is not. It's got a latch that's on the inside. That is locked.
Well, looks like even though this guy's on the ground, it looks like it was going to be a smash and grab either way. I'm smashing that window and going in there.
Okay.
If you see her, yeah.
Give me one. Damn it! Of course, this map's all the way down. Okay. Give me 1 second. I did not prepare this properly.
I didn't see it going this way either.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and drop your character tokens. This is on the ground floor, out back. You guys are on there. Pepfar is on the next floor above them.
Gotcha.
Yep. This is a door. That's a window. That's a window. And then you don't know what's going on inside. But as Pepar gets up there, you still have your... It's 20 feet up. So that's 30 feet. You've got 20 feet of movement left, an action and a bonus action.
You could have jumped down on the guard and knocked him out.
I'd like to free Carlos.
Alright. The window won't open from the outside, so to get through the window, you will have to bust it down.
Oh.
You can attack the guard instead still.
I'm busting that window.
Okay, you're busting out the window?
You can attack the guard still.
Alright. Make an attack roll against the window.
Oh no.
You are precariously perched on this tiny ass ledge. So while you technically can't miss the window, if you roll a nat 1, you can fall off. With the quarterstaff, bust open the window. Carlos whips her head and looks at you as she now notices you're there. Just, oi, what the blimey fuck are you doing here?
Rescue party's arrived.
Fucking Christ, Sarah didn't say she was sending this kind of shit.
Sarah didn't make it. Some of Fernando's boys got her. We'll tell you all about it later. For now, we gotta get you out of here.
As you say that, like, her face actually just freezes. Fucking cut me loose. That fucker killed my daughter.
I free her.
Oh shit.
You can get to her, but you had to burn your action, and you can't use a bonus action to actually untie her or cut her loose.
You just have to stare at her.
The guard's turn. As even with initiative, he rolled a 19, and you all rolled shit. Alright. So, as the guard's just standing there, getting utterly pummeled, he, catches himself. Oi, fuckers! Get out here! We're under attack! And he is going to make 3 attacks. 1 for each of you.
Turd Ferguson.
And he will botch all fucking 3.
I see.
Yep, that sounds about right. So, he's getting utterly bombarded, and as he's trying to, pull out his weapons and, swing them around, trying to, deal with a lot of you, all 3 of you at once while calling for help, he doesn't really do anything effective. Alright, that will bring it to, but the alarm has been raised, and you can actually hear, shouts starting up inside as the call, and around you as the call is permeated through the city.
Pepbar, I want to scream out, can you carry her and we can get out of here?
Okay.
Oh, I have ideas already.
That will bring it to Scarfin's turn.
Alright, I'll finish him off with both my weapons, the cutlass and the dagger. My regular dagger, not the poison one.
So you sheath the poison?
Yeah, I'll put the poison away.
I will say that still burnt a charge of the poison.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah. Once it comes out into the air, it starts driving and it loses its potency.
Well, maybe I should just do the regular one then. And I'll just stick with the regular.
You're already using the poison, you might as well use it.
He's already poisoned.
But you also already rolled with the other.
He's already
yeah.
poisoned.
It's not
You have to use the poison dagger each turn to do the poison damage.
Alright,
well. It's just like a bonus damage.
Yeah.
Each attack.
Alright, I guess there's no point in putting it away then. I'll just roll with that one then.
Okay, yeah.
It works.
19 and 21 will both hit.
Ouch.
And then roll an extra d4. Damn. So, 9, 15, 19 damage. Ouch. Alright. So...
I like to imagine I'm just jumping on him and stabbing him repeatedly with both.
Charges in and starts wildly stabbing this dude viciously. And yeah, you do manage to get the blade in somewhere vital because none of you fuckers will just miss an attack. That shit is goddamn ridiculous.
Makes up for all the bad rolls earlier.
As this guy's calling out for help, trying to fight all 3 of you, just flailing wildly, Scarfan manages to get the dagger up into the armpit, hit an artery, and just start bleeding him out. He dies.
That's 1.
Alright. That will bring it to Kamal's turn. Patbar is still up in the 2nd story, and you hear movement and yelling coming from inside, and you also hear, running feet coming from the other sides of the building.
Pepbar probably doesn't have anything to worry about. We probably do.
Alright. Oh, you guys want to hold down? I can't see any enemies yet, so I can't really do much. I'm gonna step right inside the door here.
Can we just?
And you guys, I'll make sure nobody comes in through this kitchen way at us. You guys make sure nothing gets us around the side of the building while we wait for Pepbar to come down.
Okay.
doorway.
So you're sitting there. Are you preparing an action?
I don't really like charge key or anything like that.
So you can just say I'm preparing an action, and then when a guy comes running towards you, you can swing your attack at him as soon as he walks in your line of sight.
Alright, I'm gonna prepare my Eldritch Blast. I'm just waiting there. As soon as somebody comes around the corner, getting blasted.
You just charge the energy into a ball, aiming it at the doorway. Alright, that will bring it to Avan'S turn.
Okay. So since he has the doorway, like he's literally like in it right now.
So you're gonna go that way?
I suppose yes. I'm gonna cover this. Like, I'm gonna cover the corner, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
But
So
there's nobody coming yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't really feel like I have an action to do.
So you ready it?
Yeah, I just ready it right here at the corner. So I'm ready for the side and anybody coming at Kamal.
Okay. I will say you can't assist Kamal because you'd have to be able to like reach through walls to do that.
Just make sure nobody comes up from behind me.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I got you flanked.
I think everyone's inside.
Well, no, you said we heard
multiple doorways.
Okay.
Nobody was around this area, but you were still maybe 100 feet from where everyone else was drinking. They were avoiding this building because it's where all the bosses were, but they're still in this area having a revelry.
And also, we don't know how many entrances there are to this building. They could be coming in.
They're just burning the building.
I'd love to.
I'd say burn the building, and we can try to slip away with Carlos.
That's what I'm saying.
I will say you do look inside. There are bottles of liquor. There's a shelf in there, and you can see where they've actually removed the foodstuffs that were normally on this shelf, and it's just arrayed with bottles of liquor.
All right. Knowing that, I know my calling in life.
Go ahead.
Can I do this? Can I do this past him, or can I get in here to do this?
You talking about just make fire at it?
I'm going to throw my axe at it to break all of them, and then I'm going to make fire. I'm going to use my one thing to do 2 actions to do that.
Yes, you can. You can do it from outside. I mean, Kamal, you'll have to be like, move, you oaf! And then you throw the dagger and fire. All right.
Let me see. I throw, I guess, the hand axe.
Fucking Christ. Yep, 18 hits. It's a shelf full of booze. You actually sail the axe out, and it breaks into, the shelf itself toward the top, and that causes the shelf to collapse under the weight of the bottles. And then those go through and proceed to start knocking all of the other bottles off as there's a cascade of alcohol and shattering glass.
Nice.
You're aiming at essentially the floor at this point, so yeah. Fire goes out, it ignites the alcohol, and there's actually a pleasant smell in the air as boiling alcohol mixes with the faint stuff of cooking and then rapidly burning foodstuffs as all the sacks and items that were soaked by the alcohol rapidly ignite and start burning.
All fire burning smells pleasant.
Yeah. Let's escalate it quickly.
Yep. It's a fairly small blaze right now. At this point, how this is going to work is essentially what you're going to do. Red is right now. There's a fire right there, and then every turn you're going to roll a d4, and that is going to decide how quickly this fire spreads. Fire.
All right.
Fire.
Oh. Yes.
I'm very fast. I'll get out of there. I'm not worried.
Yeah. That brings
That
it
either
to
I have confidence in Pepar.
That brings it to all the new people's turn. Kamal, you can see through like the heat of the blaze, the kitchen door open up, and a figure. It's really smoky now, so you can't make out who this figure actually is or any real details other than big. Like, as big as you, big. And then, fucking holy, what the? Fire! Motherfuckers, get some fucking water! Fire! Get out there and get around the back. Find these fuckers.
Hey, hang on. We'll just say that the guard was calling for the fire.
Perception check.
Nope, never mind.
Well, instead of all that, anyways, I was sitting there waiting for the first person I saw
Yep.
to do this too.
Okay.
You send the fire, you send the blast out, and you see it impact. But the body doesn't move. It shrugs the attack off entirely. You're not really sure what you hit. You heard the ringing of metal. So you hit something metallic.
Oh, fuck. Alright, boys. I might be time to scoot out of here.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what's going on inside. Side. Let's see. Dun, dun. And then I positioned the map bad, so that's on me. But Avon, you do see another individual similar, well armed, well armored, similar to the guard you just killed, coming around the corner toward you. And behind him is a few stutterings. Most of them are not running very well, just due to the fact they've been imbibing. But several other lower tiered thieves are moving toward you along with a lieutenant or a captain. And the Scarfin, you see them coming around this corner toward you guys too.
Oh boy.
Avon, they're about 20 feet from you on your side, and then Scarfin, you can actually see where they are.
Are we still in like initiative, like we're in combat mode right now?
Yep, we never dropped initiative. These guys got added into the bottom of it. So
yeah,
they
so
spent
they
their
know
turn.
what I'm saying is they hate us right now. They're after us.
Well,
Oh yeah.
to be fair, they only know that somebody was calling for help, so they're running over to check it out.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. Help! Fire! There's fire! Help us!
Oh, what the shit?
Somehow this is lit on fire.
Make a deception check.
But I'm best
With
at.
advantage. With advantage, because like there are windows there and they can clearly see fire.
Advantage. Oh,
With advantage.
Thank God, that's advantage.
Advantage.
God.
The captain comes around, and actually, one of the mooks that comes running up with them is John. And he goes, "Oh, Mr. Avon, that's the syndicate guy I was telling you about. He fucking, the guy that, oh shit, fire, get in there and put out the fire. Come on, guys. Don't worry, Mr. Avon, we'll take care of this."
Alright.
Alright. So the three guys that were coming towards you, like, they had their weapons being drawn, but they sheath them, like, fucking. One of them actually grabs, like, one of the tarps that's nearby and grabs it to actually go in and start trying to beat down the fire. They're still 20 yards away from you, and they use their turn to dash to get here, so they won't be doing anything else on this turn, but you have, for the moment, neutralized that side. They're not hostile to you. The three on Scarfine's side, still hostile.
I'm gonna yell also, fire, fire. Look at the other guards. They're getting tarps together. They're doing stuff to try and put it out.
They gotta look through a building to see that.
Oh,
and
I'll still say fire.
these
fire.
ones can't see a fire from their side.
I'm still gonna say, look, fire. There's a fire here. There's a fire, and look, the other guards. There's other guards helping. Mr. Avon.
Okay, roll a deception.
Oh, it's my specialty.
Oh, if only you had the advantage, bro.
I don't.
No. No. They turn. They look at you, look at each other, just like, yo, where's Jerry? Where's the guy that's supposed to be on guard here?
He went to take a leak, and then the fire started.
Well, no, alright. That will bring it to Peppa's turn. Fucking, you're up on the second story. Fucking, you actually entered the room. Fucking, Carlos is thrashing against the ropes. Motherfuckers, I've killed a lot of them. Kill my fucking daughter, I'll kill your whole fucking family.
First things first, we have to get you out of here. So I
Oh no, fucking just cut the ropes. I'll charge right down there and got the bastards myself.
Don't do
I fear.
Terrible idea.
You should consider coming back.
Pepper, jump out the window.
Yeah,
Pepper,
just
jump out
carry her.
the window.
Just carry.
Fucking, she goes, she's gonna try to grab a weapon off you. You got daggers. Yeah, you got daggers. Oh no, you got tomahawks. She's gonna go for a pair of tomahawks.
I'm gonna attempt to grapple her in response, I suppose.
Okay. You give me an athletics.
Ooh.
Oh damn, it's pretty good. Yep,
Making saving you very difficult.
She goes in to like wrap her hands around your tomahawks, bring her very close to your chest, and you just like bear hug her and pick her up. You've got
Is this what we're doing?
You've got like 6 inches on her, so you can pick her up and get her feet off the ground. So now she's like flailing around, kicking your shins. Just let me fucking go. Fucking let me go. But you got her in a grapple. You can move at half your movement speed, which is still fucking what the fuck.
25. So I'm making it towards the window.
Yeah, you get to the window. You will need to make an acrobatics check to try to maintain the grapple as you get her out the window. Okay. You move toward the window. You grab her head. You duck low and like flying dive out the window. Make another acrobatics check as you are landing. Are you going to make her eat the fall damage, or you eat all the fall damage?
I'll eat it.
Yeah. Either you let her essentially land on you, or you land on her.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. So that's 20 feet up, which is 2d6 to 3d6 because you're eating the weight of another person.
She's so healthy, you could dump it in her.
Not how a rescue
Why must you have a heart, Pepper?
You take 11 damage from the fall. I don't believe you've gotten fall damage reduction yet, have you?
Oh, not yet.
Not yet. Yeah. So you took 11 damage from the fall.
Really making saving you hard. Oh.
Just let me fucking go and let me kill the bastards.
Can you just wait till we get more people? Oh, God. Why?
Fucking who the hell else are we gonna get? Let me go.
Ken.
Just tell.
God, why?
Just tell her all the friends we
Okay.
made.
Right. That will bring it to guard is dead. Scarfin, it's your turn.
I'm gonna point. I'm gonna keep pointing at the fire and just telling them.
You can't see the fire. Like this thing that looks like a bar is a wall. I don't make my own maps. I'm sorry. This is what I stole because it was what I wanted. But this is a wall
Yeah, you have to be like where I am to see it.
Yeah.
I'm just
like there's windows on this side so they can see into the kitchen, but looking in these
they don't take your word for it.
Wall. Yeah.
I think I would be a good enough liar to convince them that there's a fire inside.
Not on the rolls you got so far.
Yeah. Are you gonna try again?
I'll try again.
Okay. If you use your action to really get into it and start like really panicking, but basically burn your action, I will let you roll with advantage.
I'll do it.
Wait, can I mention one thing? That part just jumped out of a window with Carlo in his fucking hands.
He's trying to get her.
They're kind of about to figure out what the fuck is up. I'm just gonna mention.
He's trying to get them.
Mention that offhand.
He's trying to get her out of the fire.
Yeah. No, good point. All right, continue. Whatever. I have to get everyone out of here. There's a fire.
Boom.
Okay.
Did I do it too?
Okay. 18 for. I'm pretty sure your performance and your deception are the same. Yeah.
No, my performance is actually +6, and my deception's +4.
All right, then you gotta re-roll that.
Oh.
I'm sorry to say. But you still have advantage.
Works for me.
Or better. All right. They were really skeptical, just like, where the fuck is Jerry? Who the fuck are you? Why the fuck are you back here? But, like, you actually fucking really get into it, just like, motherfuckers, there's a goddamn fire! Get some fucking water! Put this shit out! And they do actually, like, look in the windows and see, like, the people running around inside, and one actually, like, goes and cups his eyes to look in. And there are actually people like grabbing liquids and running toward the kitchen as if to either really fill a barrel that just desperately needs to be filled or possibly put out a fire. They're not really sure, but they'll go with that one. Just like, oh, fuck. You, get to the well. Fucking fill up some buckets. You, go over and get some more boys. And this guy is going to... this guy has an ability where he can command a minion to basically move outside of its turn. So this guy is going to run back using half of his movement, and so is this guy. And both of these guys are going to run back to get others. He is still coming forward, but the two minions with him went back. Alright. That is your action. You still have movement and bonus action.
I'll just move out his way and say the fire's in there.
The fire's in there?
Yeah, we should probably start thinking about how to retreat.
Okay. I will say, behind you, like over in this vicinity, is slum sections. Not a whole lot of people. Once again, this area was given a fairly wide berth. So you've got alleys and roads you can dart into that aren't blocked, and you don't see any people for the moment.
I'm gonna start, backing away. Nonchalantly.
Alright.
I'm gonna go grab some water from this way.
We'll go to this well. Alright, that will bring it to Kamal's turn. You've got the fire in there, and the guy that was standing there that you tried to shoot and failed.
That didn't work out. It seems like we're all doing the retreat thing. So I am just going to as well slip on over here.
Run out screaming fire.
I just walk out casually. I'm like, yeah, it's getting a little bit hot in there, boys.
Just a tad too warm in there, boys. Somebody should really put out that fire. Hey, Vaughn, I need you. Are you using an action or preparing an action? Come on.
No, I'm not going to prepare any actions. I think it's good.
Okay. Hey, Vaughn, I need you to roll me a d4.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
5 spreads. didn't hit anything that any other stashes of alcohol or anything that would cause it to spread more rapidly, but it does spread out just a little bit. If I could get this to work. Never. Yeah. Fire spreads out and starts taking over the wall. That will bring it to the guard's turn. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Alright. This is John. Say hi to John. But the guard and John both come running up with tarps, ready to run inside and try to beat down the fire as they look inside and see it spreading, but it's still something they can manage. This guy comes running over, and he can get... This guy comes running over, and as they round the corners and they see Pepar and Carlos, fucking... Oi, what's all this then?
Fire. Just, we have to put this out. Fire.
The win the street monster.
The master.
Carlos.
Oh.
John.
Wait, is that Carla right there?
No, this is John.
I'm sorry, I meant John.
Yeah,
So
that's John.
Can I say something to John real quick? I lean into John and I hand him a crossbow with a loaded bolt, and I say, "When you're needed, I want you to use this. You'll know when."
And he takes it and he goes. He doesn't understand in the slightest, but he doesn't want to let you down. And he goes, "Yes, sir. I understand, sir. Complete." You can tell in his face he has no idea what the fuck you're talking about, but he's like proud.
Keep this between me and you.
The other guard should see that we're friendly and not try to attack us.
Nobody else. No, I'm trying to keep this like it's just he's the only one who fucking sees.
We should do it open. I think we should do it. I think we should do it openly.
I'm slipping in this shit.
You can't really like. You can grab him and pull him to the side and like hand him the crossbow, but like you're out in the open and the other guys make a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Because to be fair, the most interesting thing right now is the orc holding the thrashing L. A 14 will do it. You manage to grab him as he's coming by and pass it off to him while the other guards are fucking essentially trying to figure out. So fucking did the knife here start the fire? Fucking they're rounding in on Pepar.
No, I don't even know. Just there was so much fire I couldn't even tell. It was over there near where the fire started.
The liquor bottles. I think it might have been sabotage.
Yeah, you should check that out.
Carlos decides to chime in. "Oh, fucking good, all of you! Fucking Christ!
Look how
my daughter!
She's drunk. Look how drunk she is."
I want to throw my bedroll over her. Like, oh, fire! She's so. We need to get her to safety and medical.
All right, go ahead and I'm gonna say this is your action because you didn't take one on your turn. Go.
Yeah, my action is stuffing her and like so she cannot say anything.
Yep, you're just like stuffing shit in her mouth, just like.
I'm gathering my bedroll and I'm throwing it over her like I'm concerned for her and all the fire. Like, oh, you are so hurt from all the fire. Acrobatic or athletics?
Athletics with advantage.
What'd you say?
Athletics with advantage. This is essentially a grapple. 13. Okay. She will be doing this with disadvantage because she is currently grappled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Star's got her fucking tight. That's a 3. bear hug. Fucking
Nice.
Peppar's like crushing her with a bear hug, and you just like go chug it. In fact, you actually for a moment get it like over Peppar's head before you pull it down to where it's only over hers. It's like fucking shit, so hurt, so hurt. Don't look at this.
Oh my god, she's just so. It was like almost like an explosion. We need to get her to medical attention immediately.
I shall take her. I am the fastest one there is.
Oh, thank you, faithful bodyguard.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Who is doing that? Either of us?
Avon.
Okay.
Oh,
No, that's perception.
Oh,
well,
god
like
damn
you
it.
Persuasion.
Fuck me. Oh, I knew it was weird that I had an advantage in that. Oh,
And
even
you-
still. Even still. Hell.
One the whole way, but now it's just like I need you guys to botch one roll, so I can throw you against like 20 guys, and you guys are just that 20. Fucking nat 20.
God.
The dice are with us today.
See, why do you
told
do
you
this
it's the
to me?
Avon episode.
Fucking as you like, you actually take a moment as these guys are clearly trying to challenge you. They want nobody fucking move. Everyone stay the fuck here. Fucking, they got mooks going in to deal with the fire, and you're just like, no. You draw yourself up. You don't set your hair ablaze because you have a moment and realize that might not go well. But
Could
you
act like
pull
he's
yourself up. You step forward, and you're just no. Fucking Christ! I'm taking charge of this situation. I'm getting her the fuck out because she's hurt and needs medical, and you two are going in there to deal with this motherfucking fire. And they fucking like, okay. So we're gonna go deal with the fire then.
That's right.
Okay. Inside, you hear lots of shouting, shouts of fire and grab water and whatnot, but it seems that the fire is stopping anyone from progressing further into the kitchen, as they don't want to get stuck between a fight and a fire. So the fire has effectively stopped the reinforcements from coming in from the kitchen, and you've neutralized. No one is hostile out here, and you can proceed to make your way out. So we are going to break out of initiative. Since
All right. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's walk on out through this direction, like he said. It's just normal ass crowds.
Yep, no, actually, it's completely empty, at least for what you can see. Avon, I need you to roll me 3d4s, please.
Ooh, scary.
I don't see what could go wrong.
Okay. Okay, no 4s.
Oh, okay, good.
Because if you rolled a 4, then the fire was going to hit the other liquor supply, like what was normally in this inn,
And then explode.
Yeah, no, but you can see that people are actually like starting to rush in. There are people running around the back of the building as you guys are making your way away, and you can see the light in the windows of the blaze start to dim in and die down, and you think they got the fire under control before anything too bad happened.
It's so sad. So sad. They're already about to put the fire out.
Okay.
I think we did the appropriate amount of fire.
But you do manage to break your way into the slums, leaving the chaos behind you. Having successfully fairly well neutralized that fight. And that is, like, Peppar's got Carlos still in a bear hug. She has kicked all of the shit out of your shins.
I don't even have shins anymore.
It's training for my shin.
You're pretty sure that her boots have managed to successfully scrape a fair bit of skin off of your shins.
Why are you making saving you so hard?
Pepper, I actually, Pepper, I have rope.
I think it might be time for some of that.
Alright, you want to find her real quick, or do we have time for that?
Trying to kill everything violently?
You managed to actually get at least one, maybe 2 streets away. So far,
Alright, so
nobody's come directly after you.
Alright, bind her fucking legs. Here's the rope.
Always bind the legs.
Just bind whatever. Oh, nothing nobody will notice. Alright, so where's my rope?
So I'll just be there hugging her in a blanket then?
Yeah.
Now, if you could take it, you.
Alright, I'll just bear hug her in a blanket then.
Where are we taking her to? Where are we going? I don't know. We don't know.
I didn't expect saving her to be this easy.
Well, we'll just slip away. We'll find,
We are slipping away, but where's the destination?
Let's just go back to Patrick's.
Alright, let's go to Patrick's.
Yeah. Harlow? Everyone knows your name.
Wait. No, that's. No. We go to Creepy Guy. No. We can't go to Creepy Guy.
Patrick owes us a favor, and he's just a kid. Actually, he won't even be working there.
The crime families go to that bar.
Isn't that also the neutral ground bar?
That is the neutral ground bar.
It is the Continental.
Haven't we tainted the neutral already? Like, we've tainted everything.
No.
We haven't tainted it. It tainted itself. We're just chilling.
What I'm saying is it's no longer neutral ground.
They fought outside. They fought outside of it. No one died there.
Yeah, no one died there.
Yeah.
Good point. Let's go.
The Harper and the Cask, nothing bad has happened. You've effectively, started a fire. Scarfin labeled it as sabotage. So there's a good chance they're going to start looking in. You broke out a prisoner, so the Thieves' Fest has been effectively ruined for neutral ground. But the Harper and Cask, as far as you know, is still neutral ground. Nobody's going to roll up there and start a fight, probably.
Sounds like our best bet.
Okay.
That's where we go and we rest there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep your eye.
We'll tell her. I want to tell her that we're trying to make her the Queen of Thieves again.
All right. And with Scarfin, as you guys settle her down, break out the rope, and just okay, we're just gonna tie her up, and Scarfin tries to talk her down. That is where we're going to close out this session.
The bed thing.
I'm gonna say you haven't quite made it to the Harper and the Cask. You're still 2 streets. You've made it 2 streets over when you sat down and had this little powwow and started to contain your escort, as it were.
Partner.
Guest.
Our guest.
Your guest that you have wrapped up in a bedroll in a bear rug by a half orc. Who has
not his fault that Fernando killed her daughter.
Yes. You didn't know this many cuss words before. She has invented a few in her long years. But that's where we're going to bring this session to an end, and we will open up with her being contained. We'll let Scarfin make the rolls next time to see how well he walks her down. All right. Oh, by the by, one point of housekeeping I missed. You got 144 XP from last session, so add that into your XP pool. Yeah. And then I will have your XP for this session at the start of next session. Provided I don't forget.
What does that put us at?
244.
244.
You got 144. Add that to whatever you currently have.
All right.
Yes, so we're at
264, I believe.
Oh, 264. Yeah. I did some wrong math there. Sorry. Tired.
It's alright. I didn't bother to do the math.
You're the math.
Yeah,
I
man.
tried. Slow.
All right, deuces, Wiz.
Yeah,
Doodle.
you guys actually managed to avoid a fight. I thought you were just gonna kick in literally every door.
I want everyone to learn.
That worked so perfectly. That was straight up Call of Duty Spec Ops right there.
I want everyone to learn from that.
I power up the wall.
I want
Break in the window, grab the hostage, distract them. Oh, that was perfect.
I want everyone to learn from that.
Avan'S mission was so.
What, Scarfin?
I want everyone to just learn from that. We don't have to kill everybody.
I literally thought you.
I don't have to learn shit. I knew that shit.
Okay.
Because the way I saw this happening was you would go to Patrick. Because there were always multiple ways to get there. Namely, the main two were just the Vistani escort, which gets you through the gate without fighting. But I figured you'd go to Patrick, find out where it was, have to fight Rafalia and her goons at the entrance, and then storm your way through this. But no, because if you started the fight with Rafalia and put everyone on guard, you would have to stealth around and then isolate and kill individual packs of goons that were out patrolling the streets, and then eventually storm this building. But no, you're just like, hey, let's go with the Vistani route. I'm just like, shit. They're actually taking the non-lethal approach. I didn't know they could do that.
That part's turning into a leaf.
If you can just snatch and disorient the people and not have to shoot anybody, that's pretty.
Yeah, I would like to not die again.
And then Scarfin essentially buying John off.
I treat my friends well.
Because that was that actually had the named captain. John's group had the named captain who wasn't gonna buy your shit, but one of his boys vouched for you because John Scarfin paid him. It's just like, God damn it! Why'd you guys do everything so right this one session when literally every other session?
I was feeling it this time around. I was actually really into this.
I was digging it too.
Yeah, this was the Avan'S special. It was great.
Yeah.
When you post this one on the YouTube, you're gonna have to name this one the Avan'S special.
I can do that.
Yeah, it's called Avan'S episode with the subtext. Avan tries to do stuff
and fails mostly until the end.
And it's that once a billion times, and then Johnny's fucking get out of jail free card.
Yeah, whenever it was narratively awesome, I would get that, but just nat ones just the whole time.
I will say it a million times. Zinch is real, because if you play this game enough, it is irrefutable. The dice fucking tell the best story.
Is Zinch the god of the dice?
Zinch is the god of, or in Warhammer, he's the great deceiver. He's the plan maker. He takes chaos and turns it into order, and order into chaos.
Is he the opposite of the chaos gods in Warhammer?
No, he's one of the chaos gods.
He's one of them.
Yeah, he's the great changer. If things are chaos, he changes them into order. And then if things are orderly, he makes them chaos. And one of his realms is he takes control and manipulates chance. So it's kind of like the butterfly flaps its wings and creates a hurricane.
Oh,
He's the one that put the butterfly there.
Oh, I love this guy.
So, but Zinch, he knows how things are supposed to go. Yeah, you'll nat one a billion times just to keep things interesting and to make it so you have to go through an existential crisis. But then he'll give you that nat 20 for that cool fucking moment at the end.
The almighty Zinch.
Christ.
I'm a believer.
I only pray to Iron Jesus.
That's Zinch, in a nutshell, except with a cool name.
Or a non-believer.
Now we need to make a note that John has been given a crossbow and has no idea what he's supposed to do with it.
He's just gonna randomly shoot somebody.
for that crossbow, and he has to use it.
Another.
What were you intending for John to do with that crossbow?
Okay, I thought I was actually going to do that originally when we first met him. I thought that in case shit went sour, we would be running away from these guards. I could look at him and say, like, now! And he would just think that I'm a syndicate guy and use it on whatever was chasing us. Just like, he would just be like a bystander who would be like, bystander who would just help us. That was my intentions.
Trying to put the gun on the wall so that he could have it for later.
Yeah.
Not well, sort of, but no. I was just like I'll put it this way, like having a turret in the crowd, like one guy who, as we're running away, I could be like, do it, and he would just listen to us, even if he was, and like he would probably get arrested and everything or whatever, but he would have helped us get away.
Yeah.
Oh, don't do that to John.
That's what I thought you were talking about, but like you picked just like the weirdest time to pass it off, and I'm just like, what?
It would have been earlier, but I thought that now I just had the opportunity, and also I thought we might be getting caught right then.
I get
It's
it.
like, all right, we're about to get caught.
I get it.
Shit.
But now he's
No.
just gonna go shoot some random mugger and think he's a hero,
Hey,
or
you
he'll
never know.
die, or he'll die, and he'll miss.
He can join the party if he thinks he's a hero.
I will say, literally, the DC for talking those two down was 18. Anything less than a nat 20, and you would have failed.
Wow.
Because the
So
19
it was
would
a
have
good
dropped
thing
down
that
to
I
17.
handed him that crossbow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm. All right. Yeah. Avan'S episode worked perfect.
Avon special, yeah.
Raw.
Avon tries to do stuff.
And I can't because I don't know who I am. Who am I?
Having an existential crisis.
It just flows so narratively well.
Well, I try.
Oh wait, I had a question. Oh yeah, that's right. Is this original? When the guy was listening to our conversation, he had the fingers in his ears, and he said something. Did you come up with that on your own?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious, and that's really creative. I love that. Like he had his fingers in his ears, and we're like having this conversation. He goes, "What are you talking about?" I fucking love that. Like he's totally listening, even though he looks. I don't know. That was very creative. I love that.
Yeah, it's technically there are those who do long-term business with him that he doesn't listen to, but he knows it.
Yeah, exactly. I fucking love that. That guy's great. That's why I gave him a gold. I love that guy. And you're like, yo, why don't you ask him about listening into our secrets? What do you mean? That's what he does. I don't have any questions about that. That's like business. That's his entire life. I have no questions about that.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I'm glad you have fun, even though this wasn't a combat episode and I couldn't like put you all on the ground. Though I had
you guys. This was a lot of fun. I very much enjoyed this episode.
Yeah, this was, I like this one a lot.
All right. Yep. All right.
Sounds good.
Yep. Have a good one, guys. I'm out.
Stay safe. I know you're got the riots going on around you.
Yeah. They're fucking Florida. We got so many fucking woke millennials down here. It's ridiculous. All right.
So much woke.
Yeah. You guys take care of yourselves. Have a good one.
You as well.